And once again, welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split WildCard Regional Semi-Finals day number 4. And that is going to mean that the second half of the round robin is going to start off today. Till now, the teams have played 8 games and it's going to be 8 more to go. Anyways, my name is Varun Super Johnny John. Joining me on the desk, it's going to be Ocean Sharma.
Yep, and just like you said, so we are done with 50% of the games, and now we'll be in the final 50% of the games. That just means that whatever we have done and seen, it all can change at any given moment because the teams will still be having that 50% chance of changing everything. Like there's a team that is dominating for now, that's NOChanceTeam, and let's see if they just keep up with the domination, because if I'm not wrong, they might be playing today.
Yeah, they are playing today. In fact, because today it's going to be A versus B again, and tomorrow it's going to be A versus C. Day after tomorrow, the last day of the semi-final, it's going to be B versus C. But before we start the day, let's have a look at the overall standings and see how the teams are till now and how much they will have to grind. NOChanceTeam, as Ocean mentioned, is dominating the rest of the competition, sitting on the first position with 190 points to their name. The second position is going to be taken by DreamxTeam with 141 points, and Zusi Sports on the third with 125 points. So these two teams specifically put up an amazing performance yesterday, wherein out of the 4 games played, in 3 games they were in the top 2, and the score, if I remember correctly, it was 2 chicken dinners to the side of DreamxTeam to the 1 chicken dinner that Zusi Sports were able to get. But moving on, it's going to be Famous on the 4th position, Pain Gaming on the 5th, Team Gravity on the 6th, Exodus on the 7th, and BlackTeamMGL on the 8th position.
These are the top 8 teams, ladies and gentlemen. But then moving on, for the next set, we have Imperial GG on the 9th, SwankyGaming on the 10th, with WMGxCloud on the 11th. They've had a slight jump for themselves. Watch My GP as well, as they are on the 12th. Mysterious on 13th, No Chance and Wolf Squad. They had some decent good games yesterday, are on 14th and 15th, and NoMercy was out there on the 16th. So top 16 teams, these are the names that are at a safer zone for now. But then for the final area, so there are these teams that might or might not qualify, because there is a sword on their heads. If it falls on them, then they'll be out of that top 16. As you can see, Andromeda empty, 52 and 48. Like there's a 4-point difference between these two teams. So if MT just has some good games or something, they can just just move right in front of Andromeda or something. GoodBoys, GoodFellows, LordNepal, Angry, and Vengeance. So Vengeance in these final 8 games, if they put up an incredible fight, they can just come to that area where top 16 will be. Like for now, top 16 is a dream. And if that happens, maybe they'll just make their way.
Yeah, they have to make their way indeed. And one more team that I want to talk about, it's going to be Andromeda, as they are sitting at the 52-point mark as well on the 17th position, and the team on the 16th position, they are at the 52-point mark as well. So it's just the kills between them that are separating these two teams apart. And if Andromeda can have a good performance, they can actually move into the top 16 even further and secure a spot for themselves. But I think the teams starting from LordNepal and going down below, they will have the hardest time trying to qualify.
Exactly. That is definitely going to be the reason, and all these teams are at that position because of certain points that they get. So let's just have a look at the points distribution table as well, as we'll be continuing the discussion. You know it, the basic drill is out there. The first position gives you 20 points. After that, it's 14, 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Till the 10th position, 11 to 16 gives you a single point each. But the major factor, the deciding factor, the changing factor for everything is that 1 kill gives you 1 point. You can have a second position with the 14 placement points and 0 kills, but the person that they're out be on the 3rd or 4th will be taking you up because of that the kill number that they'll be having. And then these all points will be gained on different maps that will be played today as well. So let's just have a look at the schedule as well, as we'll be talking about that thing as well. Erangel, Sanhok, Miramar, and Erangel. Yesterday it was Vikendi instead of Miramar, so now the Ridge gameplay, it just might come in.
Yeah, the Ridge gameplay is definitely going to come in, and Sanhok, once again, it's going to be the slow-paced play style in the early game stages, but during the mid game, it is just going to be pretty aggressive. But with that, with the schedule on our screens, let's move on and have a look at the teams that will actually play today and see who all are going to be in there. And I think it is going to be NOChanceTeam coming in. That is sort of a different set of teams that are from a different region. But okay, NOChanceTeam is going to be there. NOChance is going to be there. Team Gravity comes in. Exodus is going to come in. MYSTERIOUZ are going to be playing today. BlackTeamMGL is going to be playing. So we have a lot of exciting names that will come in, and it is just going to take the level of experience for today's games to a whole different level, in fact. And okay, so an interesting thing. NOChanceTeam and NOChance.
Yeah.
They have had polar opposite performances,
Exactly.
even though they share the same name.
Exactly. Like one team is not giving any chance to the opponents, and the other team is trying to get their chance to be at that level. But still, they'll be really good names. If you remember, if you remember, it's going to be NOChance. Team Gravity, the team that people have their expectations from the rosters list. We have Exodus as well. We know that the team is known for really good gameplays. MYSTERIOUZ as well on itself, and BlackTeamMGL, the names that we have seen out there. Those are some big of the names in the roster list and all those things. So we'll see how they just continue with their gameplay, how they carry their gameplay as groups A and B. We'll be just out there to have that fight in them, because
apart from these teams, one team that played yesterday is going to be playing today as well. It's going to be DreamxTeam as well. So DreamxTeam yesterday, for the viewers tuning in for the first time, when they played yesterday's game, as I said earlier, they had 3 top 2 finishes. They accumulated so many points for themselves yesterday, but the difference arises that when NOChanceTeam was playing, they put up such a amazing performance that even after playing 4 games, when NOChance wasn't even playing, they were still not able to catch up. And here we have the squadlet. So NoMercy, SwankyGaming, BlackTeamMGL, MYSTERIOUZ, NOChanceTeam, Team Gravity, Exodus, Savage Hunter from Group A. And as we move on to Group B, here it is: WMGxCloud, DreamxTeam, GoodBoys, Zeus eSports once again coming in. MT is going to be there, LordNepal, GoodFellows, and Andromeda. So Andromeda will definitely try to make sure that they are pretty much secure in their top 16 position. And LordNepal and MT, they need to put up an amazing, as we talked about, amazing, I mean 2 chicken dinners at least for these 2 teams to actually make it into the top 16 and stay safe for tomorrow when they won't be playing, because tomorrow it's going to be A versus C.
Exactly. That will be the thing. And so exactly the thing that we talk about, like the teams in the Group B, they have to be on their toes right now so that they can have a safer spot when they won't be playing. When they'll be resting, their guns will not be blazing, as we just talked about it. So that is going to be one thing. But then, all right, if we have to pick up a team, what do you think yours will be? Please don't say NOChance.
I was going to say NOChance, and since you asked the question, I'll pick NOChanceTeam.
I hate this guy, but still, alright. So my predictions will also be from NOChance, and for some reason I think Team Gravity just might step up, but then I am more of a Casters Curse guy, so I'll just I'm not gonna, I'll refrain from everything if anything happens.
Play the Casters Curse. You just pick bad opportunities. Why are you asking me that question when you know I will get the chance to pick for it? It's like chess. White has more probability of winning just because they make the first move.
So racist. But
I was talking about chess.
But coming up for the things. All right. Let's just talk about the fact that the drop locations that they are for the teams. We'll have to see, because in less than 30 or 40 seconds we'll be out in the plane, we'll be out on the fields, we'll be seeing which team just goes there, goes where, and how they start the rotations. And it all depends. If you remember yesterday in wildcard, if the plane path changed, if people were going for dynamic drops in the Erangel, and that was changing everything. So let's just see what happens today, because the first game, ladies and gentlemen, will be right on your screens in a while, and we'll be watching the plane path and all those things. So let's just have a look at that as we'll be talking through it, that where the plane path will be. So let's just dive into the game, ladies and gentlemen. You can see from Primos to Kameshki is the area. Very pure. Primos, Puchinki School, Rozog, Yasna, Poliana Mansion. So those will be the areas where we will be just going in and going to see where the areas will be. Military base, you can go if you want to. NoMercy might just be out of the bounds, so that is going to be one of the things that we will be watching too. And Georgia Pool, teams might go there, teams might not go there. It just depends on the drop locations and also on where you prioritize your circle to.
Yeah, it is definitely going to depend on that. But one thing that I wanted to say was that Georgia Pool and the northern Georgia Pool city and Zarki, I think, are going to be the only places that are going to be far off from the reach of the players, even if they glide. Other than that, all the hot drops are going to be available. Like, look at this. Okay, interesting thing. Two teams heading towards the Quarry, western side of Quarry area. It is going to be BlackTeamMGL and it's going to be WMGxCloud on the other side. No Chance, the normal NoChanceTeam, in fact, they have decided to go for the military base drop from themselves, because usually they actually go to the northernmost side, to the Severny shooting range situation. So that is what you were talking about, Ocean. The dynamic drop coming in, the backup plans are starting to kick in, but this might be quite tricky for them as the circle is on the northern side, on the main island.
Yeah, circle is on the main island area. It will prioritize the main island for a while. It can be a school circle, if anything, a school apartment circle, if anything, if it just goes there. And NoMercy's Gangski on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll see. All right, this is also a really interesting team out here. NoMercy.
Yeah.
I mean, they start off their games in a decent way, and then they go for a pure aggression. And the pure aggression sometimes, just goes against the gameplays and all those things. So we'll have to see what happens. Unsalt, Harry, Gangski, these players, and Gangski is an incredible player, if anything.
Yeah, Gangski is pretty incredible, but we still have to see if he is going to be able to help his teammate out. And look at this. This is what we're talking about. These two teams landed on the western side of Quarry. That is an open area, not even in the Quarry. Had they gone down the sort of the I don't know what to call it, down the valley, they would have been a little safe. But now Spider, he's going to lower the locations of the two players from the side of BlackTeamMGL. It's going to be Zeus and Manta who have been spotted. And Zeus does not have a cover for himself. It's just that one shed. Spider, he came in the vehicle, I think. So he is probably going to be spotted out. And now he's going to be leaving in a vehicle, so the noise is going to be given away. He needs to rotate and find his teammates as fast as he can. Because if the backup arrives from the side of BlackTeamMGL, they are just going to destroy this one solo man.
Yeah, exactly. WMGxCloud, and Spider just kind of knows this right now, so he'll be just going to either to another location to see the loot or something. He doesn't have a backpack, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
So he'll be going for those things as well, because obviously, if you're going for a future planning for the game in itself, you kind of need the backpack, obviously, and all those things. So he'll be going for it. It has a level 1 helmet, level 1 vest, if anything. So he'll be, changing out those things as well for himself. So just right now, moving in, it was outside the circle a bit, as you can see the circle lining on that minimap area. So he'll be moving into the circle and all those things. And if there was one thing about the drop locations and all, if I remember, Andromeda has changed their drop location. They are going to Severny right now. They don't go to that area.
Yeah.
But for now, they were going for a safer area and will be in the circle for like one circle at least, because the zone is still going to be outside them. As you can see out here, LordNepal is on the Lipovka area. Mysterious on the Novorepnoy. No chance of is going to start from military. They can actually fight with Team Gravity on their way, if anything. But Team Gravity is also moving to a new area. They can contest NoMercy in poaching if they want. WMGxCloud is out there in the Georgia Hill, the Everest area, if anything. And ZS Esports. So this team is in its own area. ZS Esports, if you remember, they always drop into on this area of Georgia Bowl, and they are just sitting out there.
Yeah, they are sitting out there, and on the northern side of Georgia Pool, the city across the river, it's going to be the team of Exodus who are going to be present there. But look at this, DreamxTeam and MT, both the teams have taken control of the Yasnopoliana city for themselves, and we have seen so many early engagements in that one city located on the northeastern side of the island, and it has been the place of a lot of early demises as well. So these two teams need to be really, really careful as to how they engage in their combats and as to how they plan out to survive to the later stages, because we have talked about this as well. During the early stages, you do not need to fight unnecessarily. That's just going to be time wasted. That's going to be resources wasted. Heals being used just because you wanted some extra kills. Prioritize your location, your position in the game and inside the circle as well. Since DreamxTeam and MT, both of them are inside the circle right now, I think avoiding a fight is going to be pretty important for them, because fighting later on can actually give you an advantage. As we talked about this a couple of days ago, in the later stages, most of the teams, they are going to be 1 or 2 player down. That is
Yeah,
just going to put your entire team at a man advantage already.
Exactly. That's just one of the things that just happens. You can see the George Bull area out here, ZS Esports. They have dominated this area, if anything, and I would like to see as well, like three Goliath of the names will be fighting with each other. For themselves with each other for the chicken dinner, obviously. So we'll have to see what happens in those scenarios. And for now, let's just talk about one thing: the rotation. And George Bull areas, like out here Team Gravity is this is a compound area and George Bull is a container area, so rotations in these kind of areas, it just varies from player to players, from mindset to mindsets. That happens. As you can see, TG's two players in this they are going right up front, while the other players will be joining them from behind. So this is like a thing that you can just keep up with the pace of your teams, your teammates, and all those things. If you want to go for the fights and all, Sinister, Octus in one vehicle, Hakayasu in the other vehicle, they are moving from one house to the other house. So that's really a good thing if you want to go for it. But then as of now, we have all 15 teams intact, and there has been no first blood. We are about to be 7 minutes almost into the game. The first circle is closing in. So after the first circle, when the rotations will be a risky one, I think there might be some engagements. And I don't know. I think Lipovka, the team from Lipovka that just started, they can have some early fights because there were teams around the mansion area as well.
Yeah, there were definitely teams around the mansion area, and we still have to see how those teams are going to be able to get out of there. It was LordNepal moving in and GoodFellows on the southern side of mansion. So that is going to be a tricky situation for those teams to get out in. But look at this. The blue zone is coming in. The circle has moved to the even northern side. Rozok is going to be, Rozok and School are going to be the center of this circle, and that is going to force NOChanceTeam and MYSTERIOUZ to get out of the military base situation over there. Be pretty easy for them, because look at this, most of the teams have already prioritized the control for the center of the circle, and that is just going to result in a lot of aggression towards those areas.
Exactly, and if you see NOChance and MYSTERIOUZ, they are going for, if not a late rotation, a decent rotation for the circle. They are not inside the circle right now, inside the white circle. So the blue zone will be doing some damage to MYSTERIOUZ players if they don't prioritize it earlier. But obviously right now it will be a chip damage, not a lot of damage for the players, for the teams, for the players themselves, and also we'll have to see what happens in those scenarios. Yasta Poliana's area is being taken by Empty right now. Obviously they'll be just sitting out there, and Dream Team, look at the Dream Team's team. The players are still are separated from each other. Seems like a good strategy if you want to just charge in from one areas to the other, but it can be a bad scenario if the players might have the airdrop guns or something. So far no airdrop has arrived on the map, so far each and every team is kind of relying on their kind of guns, whatever they have, and their loot if they have it. Otherwise it will be a level 3 stuff, and obviously the best of the best guns out there. And Team Gravity fairly close to NoMercy. Let's see if there is a first engagement in this Cold War or not.
Yeah, I think there has to be one. This is happening close to the school situation, and Team Gravity running out in the open. Hakayasu can be spotted out. I think NoMercy players should have spotted him out, because that was quite a lot of time spent out in the open, crossing the road and getting into this house. But on the other side, going for the high ground is going to know where the enemy team is, and I think, yeah, information is going to be shared between these two players. But on the other side, we still have to see as to how the teams are going to progress about this situation. And as you said about Dream Team being split up, they did the same thing, a similar thing sort of on Vikendi yesterday, wherein it was a 3-1 split coming in from the entire team, and still somehow the players managed to stay in the top two. Zeus Esports actually got the chicken dinner on Vikendi, but Dream Team had a lot of kills for their side. The 3-1 split for this team knows how to perform individually, and once they regroup, they are just brutal on their enemies. But on our screens right now, it's going to be one team that needs to focus on staying safe and getting those points for themselves no matter how they can. It's going to be Andromeda.
Look at the circle out here from the northern area. It has just come into the to the mid island, if something, out of those three islands of the Erangel. And the first airdrop on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, has AUG A3, 8x scope, obviously adrenaline syringe for themselves. But the T's that we talk about, it has an AR alongside a sniper component that there is 8 times. Obviously, if a guy, someone is using hold action, or maybe DMRs, they can just go for it. There's no and GoodFellows out here, and look at that, the third engagement coming in. Empty just charging in, barging in fairly close to the players. Some shots have been dealt. 24 damage was given out there on the screens, as you see. And Empty Reed, he has just stopped his vehicle for some reason. I think Reed is ready for a fight. If not, because the shots were being given on Reed's side, Reed has taken some of the damage out there. And on the other side, Bukhari will be stopping the vehicle on the other side of the road, and are being spotted and shot at from the other direction. Reed has taken a lot of damage, has two first stage will be popping up, one right now. So some of the healings have already been used, but one more energy drink being popped up on your screen. Has a barrel, can be really extremely useful in the close range fights if that happens right now, as Carl as well. But for now, we'll be having difficulty in spotting the players. Obviously, the Ridge is going to give adequate cover, but Ridge is not going to let them spot the players. But SwankyGaming's Ghost has spotted Reed, and this just might be SwankyGaming's skill, if not GoodFellows' party out there.
Yeah, that was a bad decision from Reed. Like, the communication from the team was
Reed just shows out in this area. That is just going to mean the end game for first person out in Erangel, the first match out there. We'll have to see which player actually drops the first blood out in this one, as Reed is making to the safety slowly and steadily. Level 2 helmet, level 2 vest is slightly damaged, but I don't think so that's going to just stop Reed from, popping up heads when it comes to them. No one's in Pochinki right now, which is kind of the centralized area for the circle. No one's in the apartments, no one's in the Rozhok school area. So the big names are still empty. Let's see where the circle actually shifts, and it is going to go to the Pochinki area, obviously. And Team Black is just quite close to that Pochinki, but Exodus is also moving in from one side.
Yeah, Exodus is going to coming in, and you know what? There was the AUG that came in. So, you know what that means, right? It's going to be AU Godless back in it if it gets the airdrop, but I don't think he did. On the other side, Chaos with that Mini 14 in his hand did spot out some of the players from the other team, but the second airdrop is going to bring with it the AWM, the level 3 armor, the level 3 helmet, and the med kit.
So the tease is out in this one.
Yeah.
8x in the first one and AWM in this one. So it's just like pieces, collect all the pieces to actually have a chicken in your hands and all those things. So that's one thing that's happening. 15 more seconds for the third circle to just commence in, ladies and gentlemen. And empty. Bukhari can just have his hands full with that AWM if he wants to. Will be having a med kit as well. The military grade stuff out there for him. Obviously, let's see if they just pop the heads with this AWM, because AWM is not a gun. It's a responsibility using those 25 bullets if you want to go for it. Playzone is actually the first criminal that takes out one knock from Andromeda. Sanhok can be in a bit of trouble right now, but no shot got connected. On the other hand, Team Gravity, Sinister wants to charge in as he takes on one. The Octus also goes down on the other side. So NoMercy versus TT. Sibo is on low health right now, and the players are charging. Sibo also goes down. Angry just moving it forward. Kansky is also out there. Hakashi wants to charge in with that Uzi. 35 bullets coming on the screen right now, and AKM on Sinister's hand. Hakashi and Sinister all the fight for themselves. If they can take it, NoMercy can be in a lot of trouble with this one, because these two players, when they go for the fight, they just go all in right now. They're spotted the players, the TPP advantage is coming in. One more player spotted low on health right now. Sinister with his 100% HP, but the factor is has a level 1 helmet. That stuff was a good decision by Kill, because Kill is killing people now. The final person surviving, one final person. Kill with 1 HP takes down one more player. How is this guy just doing it? One more player coming in, and this will be a final 1v1. Which team is going to exit the stage? It is going to be NoMercy out there, because Team Gravity still survives.
Yeah, Octus came in at such a crucial time, and while Sinister was distracting the players from the side of NoMercy, the revive did come in on the lad, and now NoMercy is going to be the first team to exit the game. But look at this, Dream Team, what are you doing, mates? They are just running right into this cluster of team, and the contact is definitely going to be made, as BlackTeamMGL is going to be present in the compounds right next to them. Are they going to go for the engagement? And the information has been given away. But on top of this mountain, GoodBoys going up against the squad of Zeus, and Undak, this man Undak has been on fire recently since yesterday, has had amazing performances, but Andromeda from behind is going to start confirming kills and getting the knocks from themselves, as Kazan is going to be in the third party. So this is a 3-team fight going on. GoodBoys, Zeus and Andromeda who are charging in on Zeus. So Zeus need to be careful. GoodBoys, they are trying to disengage, they are trying to get away from this one, as they know that they have to prioritize the rotation in towards the circle. But Andromeda, I think they are in such a good position, and as Undak's kill is going to be confirmed, and that is just going to leave Zeus with 3 people, out of which Killer was knocked down. The revive is going to come at any given moment, and then the heals are going to come in as well. And now Zeus, I think the best option for them is just going to be to pick up that UAS that's there and just run away.
Yeah, from Ruins area, Ruins Mountain is where Andromeda is trying to take up the fight. Tamim has been spotted. Tamim will be taken down as Kazan just joins the party this time. Has a level 3 element, level 2 is all in proper good shape right now. Kazan wants to move away from this area, obviously making the wisest decisions right now, because 7 more seconds, 6 more seconds in the circle is just gonna collapse, and Team Black actually takes up a fight against Dream Team out there. As you can see, the Mystic has actually just gone down right now. Andromeda will be in a bit of trouble right now, because the 4th circle is going to do a catastrophic damage, if not a lot of damage. And look at these GoodBoys, they were taking fight from one side, they are taking fight from the other side as well. And Andromeda also joins his own party, as the players are still trying to take up the fight. And GoodBoys, I don't think so that they will be living out in this one, because Ably has done the damage, and Ably would like to move in away from this side right now.
Yeah, that was so smart. Ably could have finished all of the players, but he decided the safer option was to just get away. But can he do that? As Shark is going to try and spray him out with that Scar L and the 2x scope on it. But the shot's missing their mark, and the players from the side of Zeus are just going to make their way towards the circle. But now GoodBoys, they are going to be in trouble. The revives did come in on the lad that was knocked down. The other 2 players were quite low. They have healed up as well, and they are going towards the airdrop first, and then they will look to rotate in towards the circle. But WMGxCloud, they are going to be on fire, in fact, as a nade is going to confirm a few of the kills for them. But this situation is still at a stand. Still 2 players from the side of empty. 4 players from the side. Oh no, Dream Team did lose 1, so it's just 3 players from the side of Dream Team, and BlackTeamMGL with all 4 in the houses right across from them. All 4 players from the side of empty, they are looking to wrap around and collapse upon this 3-man roster that's just left. And GoodBoys, they make their way in from the rear, and now I think even they are going to be in trouble, as this Pochinki city is just going to turn into a war zone.
Yeah, Reed was out there really close to Prince out in that area from MT and Dream Team. And yes, SwankyGaming joins the party as well, as Reed will be taken down. This time there will be no survivors out in Pochinki. The circle is at the edge of Pochinki area, and there are 5 to 6 teams out in this area, so it can be a weird one for the teams to play with. And Karnik is moving in forward. You can see he has spotted some of the players from Dream Team cannot just go in the open, would just like to go in the same house once again. Would like to go from house to house if his rotation just actually, you know, and that will be the end of GoodFellows out there. So NOChanceTeam still in the equation. Still fighting, obviously wants to dominate already right now that they will be setting their eyes on. Look at that, LordNepal is taking some fights out there. SwankyGaming just goes on. LordNepal's players from ZS eSport taking the fight. Look at this, the grenades from Grenades, the fight can just go in, and that was something impressive that just happened out there. The grenade just blasted, does no damage out there, and the circle just might commence to a newer location. And yes, it does. The circle will be fairly out in the open area with just 2 or 3 houses for itself. Dream Team empty, still stuck out here in this standoff. But they need to prioritize the circle as soon as they can, because after this, the circle damage will be much more than what your guns can do.
Yeah, it is going to be pretty intense, and it's not going to be chip damage. It is going to put your opponents at a massive advantage if you're fighting the blue zone and a team at the same time. So prioritizing the rotation is going to be a priority, but since the teams have already clustered in the Pochinki city, getting out of here is going to be a really difficult task. Dream Team, they are making a getaway. They're trying to make a getaway, or should I say, can they do it? Is it going to be successful? And shots are being fired from the back, and they do not connect. So Dream Team actually make it, but on the other side, GoodBoys, they're going to be in trouble as BlackTeamMGL go in, and on their way out, they drop out a few of the players, and Dream Team, they were forced to stop, and they were engaged by the squad of Mysterious as well. And Tuck, he is quite low, heals up, but Sengi is there right around the corner in the small room. Corner room gets 1 knock, still does not notice the other player, and he can be taken out. The player is going to step out in the back. The information has been given, and the shots have been created. The knock is going to come in, but Sengi, he's so low, sitting at 20% health on him. But still, the team is going to be there with an advantage for themselves now.
There is one player still out in their area, in their house on the upward flow. Do they know the location of that guy? Or will he be the reason of 3 places going down? Grenade comes in on this area for GoodBoys, but it does not hit them. Obviously, GoodBoys which is on low HP right now. The players are trying to move inside the circle. Circle prioritization will be an important one right now. 5th circle, ladies and gentlemen, 20 minutes and 42 seconds into the game. Still 33 players alive and 12 teams remaining. Which team is going to come up on the top as a round robin just starts once again? The best of 8 has happened, and the new one just starts in. GoodBoys Casper still surviving out there, and I think yes, a team has just actually bitten the dust right now as a player one more shot, and he goes down. Now they just need to confirm the kill before anyone else actually just takes it in their hands. And GoodBoys Rich going through the smoke right area right now, just trying to spot the players, take them out. The team Gravity can be in a lot of trouble. You can see GoodBoys Rich, he has a good area, he has a full-fledged open road, but then the players need a revive right now. If one grenade comes on this area, knowingly or unknowingly, this can be a bye-bye to this team if it just happens. Look at that, Team Black MGL's players are also out there. Empty Finn has been taken down. A live counter, you can see ladies and gentlemen, no chance. Team Black Exodus all good with all the players surviving, but Exodus needs skill out here. And DJ Sinister with one grenade takes down GoodBoys Casper once again. GoodBoys Shark has been taken down as well. And Black Man down the screen, ladies and gentlemen. GoodBoys actually gets eliminated as Team Gravity just charges in on them.
Yeah, they just took too much time to go in for the revive. The Team Gravity saw that as a good opportunity. They charged in, went for the finish. Down to the 10 teams, 24 players still alive. Black Team, they are going to be in these small sewers with hell being knocked down. The revive is going to come in. They have all 4 people in this game, and that is just going to make them happy. They have gone for a split. 2 players in the house, 2 players in the sewers, trying to take a 2-2 fight in different situation. And Team Gravity, they are going to be in a little bit of trouble as they are just right on the edge of the blue zone, and the circle is out in the open, so getting there is going to be a challenge. But once you get there, making sure that you stay alive to the end of the game, that is going to be an even bigger challenge. The team with the most patience is going to come out on top on this one, I think.
That's totally true. I actually agree with that thing, because it's gonna happen. There are a lot of teams, 10 teams in the 6th circle, and players, everything is doing damage out. It is just still having that zone damage for himself, and he will be taken down. And the kill will be taken by Black Hell, who will be on a domination right now because he has gotten 3 kills right now. LordNepal actually exits the stage right now. 8 teams surviving as Team Gravity also says bye-bye to the server, ladies and gentlemen. 20 players make it 19, surviving right now. Dream Team's Negroni actually needs a revive on his hand if we can just get it. And Andromeda's Junior, just one player surviving as an Uzi will not do anything as Black Zeus just actually says him Adeu out on this one.
Yeah, he just ran in with the pre-fire coming in, and the finish was quite easy. Mysterious, even they are going to be in trouble as Zaku, he's going to be right on the edge of the circle. But the players from the side of Black Team MGL, now they know where he is as he goes for a knock and a finish on Manta. Fury, he has his crosshairs on that window, and if Zaku makes a peek, Fury is going to go for the finish with the M4 in his hand. And now Fury, he just needs to be careful, and as I said, patience is going to play a key role in the game coming to an end, because he just needs to stay there and not make a single move until the next circle or until Black Team MGL. They are going to be distracted. Zaku, he's going to jump out of the house and down to the ground floor on the other side. WMGxCloud Mondo is going to be taken down, and that's going to result in the team taking an exit from this game. Down to the top 6 teams, and the airdrop is coming right in the middle of it all.
Teasing everyone will be that airdrop, ladies and gentlemen. That can have some good stuff, and obviously level 3 stuff will be out there. Black Fury has had some damage. Black Hand has been taken down. Extras Kuzle also goes down out here as No Chance powerless. So yes, you cannot forget the team. No Chance will be out here to dominate. No Chance has 7 kills for themselves. Obviously, they are making their way for the 200 pointer right now. If they just reach that, I mean, they'll be starting their day in an incredible, and imagine them having a chicken dinner already.
Oh yeah, that I think is gonna be pretty impressive, because they left with chicken dinners and now they come back in to this to the day number 4 and started off with a chicken dinner as well. And Black Team MGL, a team that was dominating everyone a little while ago, is now down 2 players, and they are going to be in so much trouble. On the other side, Dream Team as well, they are in the crosses of NOChanceTeam. They need to be careful, but Prince is going to be taken down by Fury with that Uzi spray connecting. Sengi is going to be the only man left standing, and if he takes a nade to his face now, he is going to be out of this game for good. Godless, he spotted out the players from the side of Exodus, but the shots, they missed their mark. And we have the forecast for the winner chicken dinner on our screens, and that shows Exodus on the top with 23%. But I think all that is going to change as Godless is going to drop Kuzle down to his knees and is going to force him now to exit this game.
This guy is a beauty to watch play, and he just proved it out there. Exodus Kuzle has been taken down. The entry fragger of Exodus has been taken down, but the entry fragger of NOChanceTeam has been one of the things. And look at this, Dream Team Sengi also goes down. Sengi has been finished out by Exodus, and that's going to be the exit of Dream Team. And out here, Exodus is going down because it is Godless, if not any other person, who is going to be the teammate of the team that was supposed to win. Mysterious Zaku was out there, but now Godless is taking that place. 697 damage and 3 kills for him to be the top damage. The Black Fury also goes down. Team BlackMGL. So where is Godless getting this power from? 4 teams winning, ladies and gentlemen. 7 players surviving. This is going to be the final circle fight, if not the semi-final circle fight. And Exodus also goes down as Mysterious Zaku wants to retain his top damage dealing. So Godless wants to be stealing the kill, and yes, he does it. Incredible person. 5 kills for him, 11 for the team right now. He had 1 kill 1 minute ago, and all of a sudden has 4 kills for him and for the team in the back. Can NOChanceTeam start their day with a chicken dinner? That's going to be one of the questions. 6 players alive, 4 teams surviving out in this one. 3 from 1, so it's a 3 versus 1 versus 1. The numbers advantage. Zaku so close to the grenade. The grenade was from coast to coast, and Choconet was going for it. Empty, Exodus and Zaku from Mysterious. They are going to be out in the trouble right now. Zaku will be spotted as he was in the open. Sanhok will be spotted as he was in the open. And I think the chicken dinner can easily be no chances, because Exodus has exited the stage. It's a 3v1v1, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a matter of time that NOChanceTeam actually has it handed over. And look at this, 1 more player goes down, and now it will be an easy 3v1, if not anything. And I think we can already just declare the winners out in this one.
Yeah, we can declare the winners, but is that going to work out? Because we have seen those crucial 1v3 situations, 1v3 clutches, but out in the open, this is going to be a challenge, as MT Skarnak is going to be the man proning in the stakes, and the nade being thrown is going to give away the information as to where the man is lying down. He's going to knock down Godless. Choconet, he's still standing, and if he gets knocked down, that is going to be the end, but Karnak is going to be finished off by Yusuku, as NOChanceTeam take the chicken dinner for themselves, and that is going to be with 14 kills for the entire team.
Easy
peasy lemon squeezy
for NOChanceTeam, obviously. So this is that team that had back-to-back 3 chicken dinners when they left, and this is their 4th back-to-back. I mean, overall, in all the PMCO, no team has done a back-to-back 4 chicken dinner run. We have seen 3 from Bablu in Pakistan, and that was not even back-to-back. That was first, second, and last day that they did. But this team has had 4 back-to-back chicken dinners, ladies and gentlemen. That was just more than impressive.
They just made it to 5 now.
Overall 5, and let's just see who's the MVP
now,
out in this one. That is gonna be, yes, if it's NOChanceTeam, it's always this guy, Godless, with 6 kills, 938 damage, 8.92 distance covered from this guy, and 26 minutes of survival time.
Yeah, an amazing performance coming in from an amazing player and amazing team as well, because they were always right out in the open, and they were taking those open engagements. And once again, we saw that thing coming in from the NOChanceTeam, wherein engaging multiple opponents at the same time, coming out on top. And the smart thing from Godless was he was actually stealing a lot of kills in the end.
Yeah, exactly. I remember the thing. There was Godless, with 1 kill, and the team was on 5. And I was thinking in my mind, will this guy be the MVP? Takes out Winnie 14, takes down 1, takes down 2, takes down 3, takes down 4, has 6 kills at the end, and he's like, yeah, I think I will be the MVP out for this fight. And that's one impressive thing about this guy out here. We named him after a gun, obviously, AU Godless, because we remember what he just did out there. And we know that this one guy was capable of doing all the damage. Let's see what other players actually did, because top 5 players will be on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, and no one is going to be as close as he is. kills.
Yeah, 938 damage on Godless, 6 kills on the lad. And moving on, it's going to be the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth. All the 4 remaining players are just going to be there with 3 kills. So he did double the amount of work of any of these persons, but the damage is where everything changes. Zaku is going to be on the second with 744 damage, Choconaut on the third with 650 damage, Usuku on the fourth with 594, and DreamxTeam is going to be on the fifth with 567. So 3 players of NOChanceTeam in the top performers.
There's one really good thing. Master Zaku had 3 kills and all of 3 were headshots. That's an impressive accuracy, if you want to say. The same goes for Choconaut.
His entire team had 3 kills. Mysterious Zaku.
That's cool. But overall, if you want to see, like, I would want to see where it keeps NOChanceTeam, because see, there was a bridge in first and second, still it was. And will it be interesting, because DreamxTeam is still out there, Zeus eSports was still out there. They got eliminated, not quite early, but still they got eliminated. And Team Gravity also got eliminated in the factor that, you know, the Pochinki rotation that it was. You could either, you know, come in through the open area from the church side, or you could come in through the buildings of Pochinki. But buildings of Pochinki, when the circle was coming, it was not in the favor of players, and that was one thing that was just, you know, just going against them when they were trying to take all the fights.
Yeah, that and the fact that buildings are where people go for first for the cover, so they were already taking control of, and rotating out of there would have been a challenge, because you will be shot out of the game on your way towards that open area. So I think going from the church side, as you mentioned, that would have been a safer play. Or if you are NOChanceTeam and if you're lucky enough, you just come in from the southern direction while coming in from the military base area, and that was some of the game's RNG working out in your favor, but also the skill of the players that resulted in them getting the chicken dinner for themselves. But once again, Ocean, do you think today could be another day that we see 3 back-to-back chicken dinners from NOChanceTeam?
Or maybe 4.
Or maybe 4.
You never know.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. But for now, let's just have a look at the standings for this game on Erangel. Game number 1 for day number 4. NOChanceTeam on the first position with 34 points. Second being taken by MT with 16 points. BlackTeamMGL on the third. They had an early exit, but 7 kills, 14 points. Third position, DreamxTeam had an early exit, but fourth position because 7 kills as well, 13 points. And MYSTERIOUZ, they had an amazing performance in this one, just lacking in the kill department, so they are going to be on the 5th position. Exodus, so Godless was the reason that this team is out so low, because Exodus also a really good team. They tried their level best, but on the 6th position now. Team Gravity on the 7th and WMGxCloud on the 8th. Moving on to the next set of teams, let's have a look over there. LordNepal on the 9th position. Andromeda, no kills, 10th position with just 4 points. GoodBoys on the 11th. Zeus eSports, they are not going to be happy about their performance in this game. Just 3 points coming in on the 12th position. NoMercy on the 13th. And SwankyGaming on the 14th with GoodFellows on the 15th.
Yeah, so now Swanky and GoodFellows had 1 point for themselves, if anything, and NoMercy was out there. I mean, Zeus eSports had if not a bad run in this one, but still they were trying to experiment with the fact that, you know, they were trying to charge in the fights one on one, and when the circle was arriving, because till then we had 14 teams surviving, and after that they went into the fights when the 4th or 5th circle it was, and those fights were the ones that were not meant for them, if anything. Like we call about the good fights and the bad fights. They were picking up a fight, but it was a bad fight because there was a circle, there were rotations of Pochinki, there were all those things. So that fight, all in all, was actually a bad fight for them to take. But then this does not mean that all hope will be lost for them. So let's just have a look at the overall set, and let's see where each and every team is after their first game for now, and obviously after those 9 games that they have played. And look at this. NOChanceTeam 224 points, DreamxTeam 154. That is just a lot, and 5 chicken dinners.
I think by the time the semi-finals are over, NOChanceTeam is definitely going to be sitting on the first position. No one is going to take them down. But let's talk about the other teams. DreamxTeam on the 2nd, Zeus eSports on the 3rd, Famous on the 4th, Team Gravity on the 5th, Pain Gaming on the 6th, Exodus on the 7th, and BlackTeamMGL on the 8th. And a few of these teams, they were not doing so well when they were playing in the group stages. But now it is an amazing level of performance coming in from their side. But as we move on to the next set of teams, it's going to be WMGxCloud on the 9th, Mysterious on the 10th, Imperial GG on the 11th, SwankyGaming on the 12th, MT on the 13th, Andromeda, they climb up into the safer side on the 14th, WMG Watch My GP on the 15th, and NoMercy on the 16th. And with that, let's have a look and see who is going to be in the danger zone now. As it's going to be NOChance, the other NOChance on the 17th.
Both the teams of 16 and 17 have 54 points each.
Once again, the kill separating them.
Once again, just the kill separating them. So that's going to be like one of the questions out there, that where will the other team just go? And other than that, World Squad with 53, once again 1 point difference. GoodBoys with 48 on the 19. GoodFellows on 28. They've had a bad game in this one. They're obviously, just like to come back. And LordNepal as well. I mean, 4 Angry Inventions not playing today, but then the teams that are, they need to be on their toes, just so that it could and it should just change everything out in that one. So we'll have to see like what happens when the next match and all those things will be coming out there.
Yeah, we'll have to see what is going to happen as the remaining 3 games are going to be played, and who is going to get their momentum going. Because right now it was a really amazing start for NOChanceTeam, but are the other teams going to step up? Are we going to see Zeus eSports come back in it, or are we going to see DreamxTeam get the chicken dinner performance that they dream of, or is Team Gravity finally going to start stepping up?
This is going to be one of my questions. The Team Gravity, we have seen their performance in the qualifiers. The first day, second day, they were more than anything, they were at the highest of the expectations, but from there it has been sort of a downfall or something, and we'd like to see if they just come back, to step back to the scenario where they should be or something. But for now it has been just a speculation that where that team will be in the overall finals. And let's have a look at the kill leaders as well to see where the players are, because NOChance will be obviously making their path out. They're 39. Oh my god, this guy can hit a 50 if anything, and we have never seen a guy actually going to a 50-point mark for themselves in the PMCO 2024 now. 6,421 damage. Can this be the first guy to hit a 10,000 as well?
10,000 for just one man? I think he can. He is so close to it, and the way this man has been performing, I think he can definitely go for the 10,000 damage mark. On the other side, Choconut is going to be on the 2nd position with 26 kills. Dream Sengi is going to be on the 3rd with 25 kills. Team Gravity Sabo is going to be on the 4th with 22 kills. Dream Team Prince on the 5th with 21 kills as well. So the difference between Godless and Choconut, the 1st and the 2nd position, even that is just massive. But let's move on to the next set of kill leaders on the top 10, and it's going to be Kazan from Zeus on the 6th, 18 kills. Undak on the 7th with 18 kills as well. Famous Mosquito is going to be on the 8th position with 17 kills. NOChanceTeam Usuku is going to be on the 9th with 15 kills, and Famous Amara is going to be on the 10th with 15 kills.
Yeah, so now these were the players, these were the damages and all the stats that these players had. But the stats can change, but it will always be going to a positive direction, because it's just going to add in itself. It all depends on how you're going to be playing those games and all those things. But then this was just the first game. After this, Sanhok can just change everything for the teams. If it does not, we might see NOChance once again.
Yes, Sanhok can change everything, because as Ocean mentioned, that was just the first game. We still have 3 more to go, but the second game is going to happen after we come back from a short break. So you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. And once again, welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split Wildcard Region Semi-Finals, day number 4, and now it's going to be time for game number 2. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, and the last game was everything we expected as NOChanceTeam put up an amazing performance and took the chicken dinner for themselves. But the next game, it's going to be played on Sanhok.
If NOChance has one more chicken dinner, they'll be the first team in the history of PUBG Mobile PMCO to have 6 chicken dinners in one of the qualifier stages for anything. The only team that has had this was like 5 was Mega Conqueror previously, and now if that happens, this will be the first team. Just imagine a team from Wildcard dominating that much in one of the stages.
You're talking about 6. I think if they get all 4 of them, I mean, think about that. Sitting at 8 chicken dinners by the end of today, no one is even going to challenge them, and they can basically skip an entire day of play.
They can skip the entire semi-finals if they.
Yeah, after today, I think after.
There's just one day left. Exactly the same thing.
There's tomorrow left, and they'll be like, eh.
Hey, we're winning. Let's just give others a chance to come as close as they wanted to come to us. Imagine they go for a 300 pointer today because they are already in 200. Imagine, I mean, there are so many possibilities, and it all starts from this match of Sanhok, if anything, because Erangel has happened. First match has happened. 3 more left, 3 more coming for the equation. And as we are saying, ladies and gentlemen, we will be diving into the plane path, into the game, into the Sanhok's area to see where the plane actually goes from, where the game actually takes you from, as Hatin to Kampong will be the area, Query, Bootcamp, Paradise, Camp Alpha Island obviously will be into the equation, Camp Charlie, Cave, Paidan, Ruins, Docks, good areas, good names will be into the equation.
Yeah, a lot of good areas, and once again, so this has been a couple of days of surprises as teams have actually started to go towards the Camp Alpha Island. It is a lot of safe location. Okay, another big surprise. Hatin for the first time I think has been left all alone, but there are a couple of teams looking to head towards the boot camp area. Painan is also going to be taken control of obviously, and it is going to be contested by at least 2 or 3 teams. But on the other side, Sami can be a safer location. Tambang, Nakham, they can be safe locations. Paradise Resort is going to be taken over by the one squad of Mysterious, and we see LordNepal DreamxTeam heading over towards the Lakhavi situation for themselves. But NoMercy and GoodBoys, and the GoodBoys, they are going to get the first knock on their side. As Skill is just going to go ham, and Casper, can he protect his teammate? As Skill is just going to go charging into those compounds, and I think the revive is going to come in. Kill on the other side of this wall. Scourge is there, but the revive is coming in, so they need to do something fast, and the backup needs to come in now, because now the 4 GoodBoys, they have the guns on them, and this is not going to work out. A 2 versus 4 situation, so NoMercy need all their players in here as fast as they can.
The burst guns versus the auto guns is what is happening out here, but still range goes down as Thompson joins the party. Zada is on low health, obviously. Kill actually kills the opponent out there, and one more player needs a revive. Uzi just clutch it, or will it be the fastest squad by that will just happen out here? One player has been taken down out here, but Thompson can do the damage out there, can dish out the damage. 2 players were taken down, so it's all on the nose. One final player, 27 bullets out here. 2 versus 1 scenario. Casper with just 8 bullets to rule all the people if they can go for it. DreamxTeam on the other hand is taking the LordNepal. Which team will be the first one to actually exit it? As on the other side, Mysterious have also lost one of the players. Now the revives are coming in, and the fight will be back to square one after this. So no one from here has a first hit or anything. That's a fight that will be happening without any healings, without anyone healed out there. GoodBoys Casper, he's leading the charge. On the other hand, Casper was throwing a grenade. The grenade is out. The grenade can take players down. GoodBoys Rich on 10 HP. 1 versus 1. One player goes down by the grenade. Once again, 10 HP fights can just happen out in this one. So the fights will continue to go on. And look at it. Casper is just sitting out there trying to take the TPP to see if a player is coming or not. That's a really good strategy. Like, you are coming in handy even if it's not. And Casper, look at this. Zata wants to move in forward. Zata is still taking the TPP. Zata is out there. Zata can take the players down. He has taken Hazy down as well. So each and every player that is fighting out here is just on 10 HP for themselves.
Yeah, and now this is all going to come down to who has the better pre-fires in these situations. As the players from the side of GoodBoys, they step outside on the ledge of these houses. Casper, he has the Uzi, but the health is just not there. But on the other side, Exodus, they are going to go in on the players from the side of SwankyGaming, and 2 players have already been taken out. And Casper is going to get a kill on kill, as that man is going to be taken down, and the situation is just going to turn into a 3 versus 3 situation, where the players from the side of NoMercy actually have the health advantage, but Casper comes in from behind, is going to take out on Sol from this situation, and now NoMercy, they are going to be in a lot of trouble, as now it's going to be a 2 versus 3 situation, but Hazy is going to be taken down as well, and NoMercy, it looked like this was going to be their fight, but that is not going to happen, as they are going to be the first team to be eliminated by the hand of GoodBoys before we even hit the 4-minute mark in this game. But now, Team Gravity, that was a mistake. Octus just went in, and there was a man waiting for him from the side of GoodFellows in that one room. The knock is going to come in, but now Haikasu, he's charging in behind the door. You need to check your angles, mate. But from the other side, I think the spot is going to be made, and now Haikasu, he is going to look to go in. You are from the same team. Why are you shooting?
You guys are friends, trust me. It's true, you guys are friends. And how did they take down one more player out out there from GoodFellows, and that will be just finished out there. Now GoodFellows will be in a lot of trouble out in this one. And Team Gravity, both of the players actually need a revive, and Grimmy is just running away to save his team from a full apocalypse if that happens on themselves. And Team Gravity, they'll be giving a revive to the teammates, and obviously they have 2 kills for themselves in the back right now. And from house area, they'll be just moving into the other fights. If the fights just come to them, that will be a good thing. But for now, they'll be healing themselves, and from Cow, will be moving into the other directions. On the other hand, WMGxCloud is on the Camp Charlie area, the southernmost area, Black as well on the Sami area, those good areas out there. The fights are happening on each and every area as players are dropping their opponents down with SLRs, if anything, as Ghost has bitten the dust right now.
Yeah, that is just going to be an unfortunate situation for them as well. As SwankyGaming, they are being chased by the players from the side of Exodus. And another knock is coming as Zurgdai, he is going to spot one of the players. Key was spotted out, and Exodus is going to be in trouble as Leo is just going to be dishing out the damage with that M4 in his hand. The man can actually save his entire team. Ghost, he was low as well. 2 of the players from the side of SwankyGaming being taken down. 1 has been finished off, and Leo is the only man left standing. Can he win this one in a 1 versus 4 situation? It is going to be a miracle that he has to pull off, as his teammates are just going to be finished off. And I think Leo is just going to look to avoid the entire situation, try and disengage, and try and survive for the sake of points.
Exactly, and the first airdrop has a Groza 8x scope, level 3 stuff in itself, and we'll see if a player actually utilizes that Groza right now. Leo, on the other hand, as you can see, just trying to spot the players, take them out, but he needs to know that there is DreamxTeam right next to him, right in front of him, and DreamxTeam would like to increase their kill count. If anything, because the counter will be increasing. They have 2 kills for themselves. Sangi is taking now Exodus, and SwankyGaming's Leo also goes on. So SwankyGaming exit this one on the 14. In the early stage, 6 minutes and 2 squads have been wiped out, and DreamxTeam is looking for a third one, as 1 more player has been taken down by these players.
Yeah, that was just an unfortunate situation for Leo, stuck between a rock and a hard place, as his team was finished off by Exodus, and as he tried to run away, was spoiled by the side of DreamxTeam. But now, Exodus up against DreamxTeam. Sengi has the VSS in his hands, did manage to connect on one of the players from the side of Exodus, but a 4 versus 4 situation is going to come into play, as the heals are going to kick in soon. But Exodus, they are moving back. They are disengaging from this fight, because wiping out 1 team is going to be enough for them, and they need to secure the points for themselves for the position as well. So that is a really smart decision from the squad.
As of now, this can seem like a smart decision, but you never know. Like in Sanhok, when a smart decision can just bite you, because that is one thing that just happens, and this does not work on water. Where are your cheat codes? I mean, you can go for that. What used to be that in the Seaways? Yeah, just go for Seaways or something. But yeah, otherwise you have a bridge as well. Yeah, sorry, I did not see that. There's a bridge as well. You can just use your truck out in that one. And yeah, that's how you cross the bridge. Good one. So Finn would like to just take the Strawny truck, and so this is the slowest vehicle of the bunch, and in all of the game, if anything, and they are just using this for smaller rotations or something, and obviously a cover can be just created out with this one. Let's see what just happens if the players will be going for it. And Lord Hitman, he's just sitting out here because they have lost 2 of their players, and Mysterious is moving right next to them. Look at that, Mysterious just right outside that area. Swordco was out there, and LordNepal's players not making any movement, because they know even if a smaller of the movements they make, that can be the bigger of the mistakes that will actually make them exit this game right now.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a mistake, and now they are just being saved. They want to secure the position points for themselves, so they can slowly and steadily climb into the top 16 and make their way in towards the finals. But now look at this, MT, they are charging up the mountain, but they need to be careful, as Zeus is already going to be waiting for them over there. And if a single footstep is not going to be given away, and Kazin is going to charge, and he's going to get a knock on Finn instantly, and now MT now are going to be aware about the position of the 1 player. Has been brought down to the players. 3 versus 1 situation. He gets 1 knock before he goes down. His teammates are there for the cover as well. So they can wipe out the squad. And the back of Reed is going to be spotted out. It was Karnak whose back was spotted out. And the finish is going to come in as Undak is going to drop down from that lookout spot for the sniper hut. And now Karnak, the only man left standing, who have been knocked out, and he's going to be finished off as empty. They are going to be taken down from this game. Just a blind rush on a mountain. Zeus, the trap was already set, and the execution was just perfect.
Zeus is ready for any fight that you can give to them, and that is one thing that they just showed it. And look at this. Look at this. The Demon Gun M249 out in this area. I mean, Groza, if you don't want it, you can have 100 bullets in the first airdrop at Groza. If you don't want it, you can just have M249, the 100 bullet Goliath out there, and you can just just charge in 1v4s, 1v5s, 1v6, whatever you want. You can just have it for yourself. We have seen one player, famous Amara, just doing that incredible 1v3 in the final circle. That was just more than impressive. Dream Team's mistake is just sitting out there. As you can see, they're just trying to move in from one place to the other. Andromeda, a team that we know, and we know that they need to just change their gameplays a big time right now, because if they need to qualify or something. So we'll have to see if this team just goes for it. Team Gravity as well is on the upper area, and the circle has Painan in kind of its central proximity or something. Cam Charlie as well inside the circle. So WMGxCloud from the Cam Charlie side, they don't need to move in right now. Sabo has been spotted from behind, and Sabo was shot at. Will be popping up a first hit right now, and we'll be waiting for when a backup arrives. But I think Ragnar can just reach to him as soon as he can. Has a vector. I think he has spotted some player. Some movement has been spotted. Two snakes just going out there. Let's see which one bites it. Anaconda and a Viper out there just throwing up grenades, throwing up all the throwables, and now in the vehicle, just shoot him already, shoot him, and they just missed their shots right now. That's gonna give him a chance to just rotate in and run into the other direction without a shot. If they get connected, they can do catastrophic damage. But from the other side, Sivo has taken a lot of damage, and Sivo will be taken out as Junior actually bites him.
Yeah, the bite is definitely going to be deadly, but Sabo actually managed to get a lot of distance between him and the squad of Amara. And if his teammates are fast enough, they can come in and surprise this entire team and take all of them out. But I don't think that is going to happen. The split was way too big between these two teams. And yes, Team Gravity, they are heading... They are quite far away from this one of their knocked out teammates, and Sabo is going to be finished off as Team Gravity. They are close to NOChanceTeam right now on the southern side of Paradise Resort. So that is just going to be an unfortunate situation. That is just going to be a man disadvantage for them. Sabo is out in the open. He is basically begging the opponents to just finish him.
Or his teammates to revive him. I mean, that can be one of the calls. Where are you guys? Please come here. I know they're far away, but then still it will be like one thing. Or either before dying, they'll be giving the information that there are players out in this area if you want to take the fights and all those things. So those calls might be out there, and Hagai from Team Gravity is still, as you can see, just sitting out in this area right now. Dream Team. So this team, one thing that we all want to see, like No Chance fighting Dream Team, or ZSC Sports fighting Dream Team, or No Chance fighting these three names have made their path in the top 3, if anything. Top 14. The fourth team is famous, that is not playing today, obviously. So these names, we'd like to see where it just takes. And look at that, Negro. Just like we said, a K9 comes in and goes for the headshot in this one. Rich is going in, moving in, will be closing the row, and will be giving a revive right now. They are fairly inside the circle. The area of circle is just favoring them right now. But the question is, for how long it's just going to be there. Another airdrop was dropping in on the farther side, if we could just see there. And look at this. From coast to coast, if we want to say it, that was from where the headshots were coming in.
Yeah, that was where this fight was initiated from, and Dream Team can actually go in on the squad right now, on the squad of GoodBoys, as it is just two players in there, Scourge and Casper, and the airdrop is coming in as well with the MK14, the cheek pad for the snipers, the level 3 armor, helmet, and the backpack. So if your armor and helmet have taken a lot of damage, you can go for a renewal, or if you have the level 2s on you, the level 1 helmet or something, you can go for this upgrade as well. But that also is going to be a risk, as this is going to be out in the open, and since the two teams that are already present there, they will be able to spot each other out while they go in for the recovery of the stuff on the airdrop. But now TG, they are looking to rotate in towards the circle, and as I said, they were present towards the southern side of Paradise Resort, close to Bhan, and they had NOChanceTeam right across from them, so they need to be careful as to how they go in towards the circle now, because if they are caught out by NOChanceTeam, Godless and the lads are just gonna go on a wipeout on this.
We are about to hit the third circle, ladies and gentlemen. The circle that will just come in, and look at this, no one's on Sami, Nakam, Dambang Ruins area, so the left hand side is totally empty. If the circle shifts to that area, that means the right hand side will be a fight zone out there, the war zone that there will be. If the circle actually goes to the right hand side, that's going to be something. And yes, now this this area, from the right, from the Query Cave Bootcamp area, the teams will be joining into Finance area, and once they meet there, it's gonna be a big war zone if something just happens. Team Black is still at the central area of the circle, WMGxCloud as well, and on the other side, just as we said, Spider actually takes one player down from WMGxCloud, so the fights are ready. Like each and every team, each and every player is ready for a fight. Now the grenade is gonna come, and the grenade, if it's perfectly timed, I think Spider can say bye-bye out there, but the grenade is out there. The grenade does some damage, but so far Spider is still surviving.
Yeah, Exodus, they need to be careful as the squad of WMGxCloud is going to come in. One player has been taken down, and the revive needs to come in. It needs to come in now. The guy, he's going to be in so much trouble, but the bait is, it has been laid out for the players of Exodus. The smoke needs to be popped, and even if the smoke is there, one nade between the smoke can actually take them out, because there's just one rock in front of them that's covering Zurdai and saving it from an early exit in this game. And as I say, that smoke is going to be popped by Kusley, and he is going to look to go for the revive on his teammate, but you need to deal with the players from the side of WMGx first before you actually do that. Spider is going to lay down a smoke of his own to help in with the engagement, and Kusley is going to go charging in and go for the revive, but Spider, throw a nade, and that is going to be free kills coming in from your side, but not going to do that, going for the safer play, still being really patient, and the revive is going to happen as now the nade was thrown by Vortex, and Kusley is going to be the man knocked down, but by that time Zurdai has been revived, so he can revive his teammate, and then he can fall back with his entire team or go for an engagement. But the second nade coming in, is this going to get a knock as well? We will have to wait and see, as it is going to explode at any moment, and I think it is not going to do anything. The nade was overshot. Kusley is going to get a revive by Annie, and now Zurdai in the front lines. He can actually surprise them if they go for the peaks again.
Casper, on the other hand, has 5 kills from GoodBoys, so this can be GoodBoys' game as well. But you know, the game just changes its pace each and every moment as we just talk about it. And look at that, the players out in the open. Godless, if it's not anyone, it's gonna be this guy who actually opens up the bank of kill for NoChance, and now NoChance is looking good for a fight. They have 1 kill for now, and 35 people are alive. Let's see how they do the end. Who's going to go takes down one player. Dream Team, the team that was in a really good spot, is in a bad spot. First it was Mysterious, now it is Dream Team. Dream Team's Mystic has been taken down. The kill has been stolen actually by GoodBoys players, so that is just gonna make which player angry. It's gonna be Godless. He's just gonna rain terror out in this one. Dream Team saying he's still in the water area as GoodBoys Casper out there spotting Uzuko. Will he be spotting and taking the shots with VSS? He is, but so far no damage has been done with this VSS right now.
Yeah, no damage being taken out, but on the other side, talking about damage, Mysterious is gonna take an exit from this cave, but Sengi on the entry inside the hut did take a lot of damage from behind, as the players from the side of Exodus, they are closing in on this one lad surviving for his entire team. They have 6 kills on them, but exiting the game on the 11th position, it's not going to do much. That's going to be 7 points coming in for the entire team, as Kusley with 1 perfect nade through the window is going to take Dream Team Sengi out.
Yeah, that was really true. So Kusley the team has 5 kills for themselves, and Kusley has to for him in the bank. But look at this, the circle is coming in. Andromeda, Gravity, so many teams were outside the circle, and oh my god, no one is inside the circle right now. That just means the fight to dominate the edge of the circle is going to be a real one. As you can see, GoodBoys players, they are taking no chance. Chaos has been taken down. Godless needs to give up a revive. Will he or will he not? He wants to pop up a smoke right now. Look at him. He's just moving and trying to see all the areas first that he can go for it. Gravity and Andromeda outside the circle right now. So 2 spacious teams actually outside the circular area. LordNepal is still out there at the edge of the circle, and AM Junior actually goes down as Lord's players are going to be taking them down. I think LordNepal has just 1 plus surviving, if anything, and that is going to be a bad thing for themselves, because they are in the waters of water world, and yes, LordNepal just exits the stage right now. NoChance with 2 players down, Chocolate and Chaos. Will this be the game that NoChance goes out in the first, as Godless has also taken some damage, and now with just 10 seconds remaining, has to get inside the circle. Will be prioritizing the circle right now. Octus from Team Gravity taking up a fight against NoChance. That can be a big thing, and I think Godless should make a decision now, if anything, if he needs to move inside the circle, or if he should be taking a fight outside the circle, because they have to go 500 plus meters.
Yeah, I think it is Godless. The fight is definitely going to come in from the lad, as Chocolate is going to be taken down by Octus in front of his eyes. He's waiting in the blue zone right now. I think the boosts are going to kick in, and after that the fight is going to commence. But Team Gravity, they have cornered him inside the blue zone, so getting out of there is definitely going to be a priority, but it's not going to be easy, as 3 of the players, Chaos was revived, so NOChanceTeam, they still have 3 people in this game, and the Water Swims are gonna be their death as Usuku is gonna be taken down by the players from the side of Team Gravity. And Team Gravity, they are doing so well. They lost 1 player early on, and NOChanceTeam was quite close when they were closing in. So been following them for a while now, and now it is finally paying off as Godless is still going for the swim. Oh, he's on the bridge in the blue zone right now, so he can take these fights, but the damage is definitely gonna be doing a lot of.
Look at this. Spots one, shots one, takes actually him to 1 HP. Now goes into the water. Incredible game sense by this guy. He knows that he should not be out in the open anymore. Now we'll be popping up a first aid. I think yes, he is popping up one of the first aids for himself and will be moving inside the zone right now. But the zone will be gatekept by TG. Look at the Sinister just staying outside the circle, outside the blue zone right now, so that he can just spot the player. Sinister is taking that TPP, the crucial TPP out there. Now he's moving inside, but then he is lacking far behind from his teammates in the circle. Once it hits, it will be the 5th circle, and 5th circle's damage is actually gonna be a lot more. It's gonna be 1.2 times more than the previous circle's damage, so that's gonna be a lot. No chance for Team Gravity outside the circle. Sinister was spotted. Godless has done some damage out there. GoodBoys Casper has been taken over. Team Gravity Sakaizu. GoodBoys race looking out there. Takes down one. Will they? Yes, they take down one. The other one is on low HP right now. Will be popping up a first aid if anything, and GoodBoys race will be making it to the safety area, the safer area, because 20 meters is the distance between him and the circle right now. Kaiser has been taken down by the play zone. The kill is not with anyone right now. Sinister, they are spotting Godless right now. What's gonna happen? Look at Godless's HP. Will Godless go down out in this one? That will be a big question.
Yeah, that is definitely going to be a big question, and not just Godless, but is NOChanceTeam going to take an early exit on the 9th position? At the spray from Sinister did connect, but Godless somehow still managing to survive. His health is so low, needs to pop a first aid right now, but I think that is not going to happen as the knock is going to come in. On the other side, Chaos, he's still running for his life, and Godless is going to be finished out by Sinister, whose health is dropping rapidly right now. He has just 1 first aid remaining, and I think after this, even Sinister is going to lose his life. He does not find any other first aids on his way in.
Now Sinister is going to be saying, yes, I'm outside the circle, but that kill was totally worth it, the thing that I needed. Killer from eSport is trying to spot Black players out there, takes him down. Black man has to take it, and the kill confirmation will be coming in anytime sooner right now. GoodBoys is still making it inside the circle, has a full med kit, but will be utilizing it later on if he gets inside the circle. Team Gravity actually exits the game right now. The 7 teams remaining, 18 players. Chaos will be taken down by GoodBoys as they exit this one on 7th with 1 kill. No hope is lost for the team for the team right now, because they have a really big bridge for themselves, but this means we just might see a new winner out in this one.
Yeah, definitely we are gonna have a new winner in this one, and I think that can be the squad of Zeus eSports or the squad of Exodus. They have a lot of kills on themselves. The momentum is in their favor, but GoodBoys Kurtz, he's just gonna be taken down by the blue zone, and that is just gonna be his squad exiting as well. So now it's down to the top 5 teams and just 14 people alive, as Black Hell is going to be taken down. WMGxCloud, they're going to be in trouble. And now I said he's in a good position, but he's going to be dropped down by the players from the side of Andromeda, who are coming in from the blue zone. Now just 2 people left standing. Can they take this fight? And I think yes, they can, as WMGxCloud, they're going to be wiped out in the end. Instead, down to top 4, 11 teams alive. Zeus eSports have the highest probability of winning the winner-winner chicken dinner in this game.
Yes, they have the highest probability, but the game can just turn out at any moment, because it will be a 4 versus 7 for them. 7 players from different teams taking up the fights. And Andromeda's Ragnar still trying to spot some players. Zeus eSports is ably has 1 kill. The team has 6, but can he just increase that number right now, because they are at the edge of the circle. The other players are inside the Sami area at the inner edge of the circle, but rest assured they will be gatekeeping each and every team's rotation, ladies and gentlemen. 11 final players. Which player is gonna make out at the top as Zerga goes down, as ably, just like I said, will be increasing the kill count, and he will be giving a revive right now, which seems like a really good thing. And Andromeda is making it inside the circle right now. Exodus as well. This can be a comeback game for Exodus if they need it, and Team BlackTeamMGL can just win this one. But Abrar will not be moving any further, as he has been dropped down. The circle chipping in, the circle coming in. The revive might just waste the time, and Zeus eSports is able. He has spotted 1 more player. Now the players of Andromeda are outside the circle. Obviously going to be a good thing. But Abrar was revived, and now he falls out. That means the kill point will not be coming in Zeus eSports' favor. Ragnar, look at that. He is being spotted at. He is being shot at. He'll be taken down out in that one. So one good thing is that Zeus eSports has a good area inside the circle, but for how long That's a big question.
Yeah, and Abrar is going to be finished off by the Blue Zone, but on the other side, Andromeda, they are going to be in trouble. But Exodus is also going to be in trouble, as with 3 people remaining, they are going to be in the Blue Zone. Goosley is barely inside the circle, but he needs to make his move into the next one. And in the meanwhile, Andromeda is going to take an exit. BlackTeamMGL, Fury, the last lad remaining, he is going to be taken down by the Blue Zone. And now it comes down to Exodus versus Zeus. Who is going to come out on top? Exodus, they have a good position. They have the compounds for cover, but they need to take this fight because Zeus is inside the circle. They will have an easier time. They can just waste time right now and force Exodus to die by the Blue Zone.
Yes, 7 more seconds, ladies and gentlemen. After that, Exodus has to come out in the open area ably. Whole Zeus eSports actually going with grenades and everything that they can give to this game because they want a chicken dinner and they want it now. Kusle moving in, jumping and charging in forward. Kazan throwing another throwable. The throwables are making a made-up red zone out there, a predicted red zone if you'll say it, as the grenades are going in. So many grenades just to take the players down if they can just go for it. Ani is out there and the circle is coming in. Look at that, the blue marker, the blue line just coming in out there, and Kazan will be just sitting out there, and now Abely is going for one more grenade. One more player is gone down, the other one comes in. Abely goes down, one final player. Ani, can he clutch for his team? I don't think so. He'll be just out there. Will he give the kill? Yes, he does. And Zeus eSports actually make up a comeback in this one as Kazan does a lot of work for team.
Yeah, an amazing comeback as well. But on the other side, NOChanceTeam being eliminated early on, and it would have been incredible if once again, as we saw in the first game, NOChanceTeam won it. It would have been amazing if in the second game, once again, it was DreamxTeam and Zeus in the top 2. But Exodus, an amazing performance coming in from their side, and this was one of the squads that I think I also wanted to see them pop off, and in this game they finally did it.
They finally did it. It was their game, if anything, out in this one. They did it in an incredibly amazing way. Like they waited for all the fights to happen. They rushed into the zone at the right moment. That's one thing that NoChance actually could not do, and Team Gravity as well could not do, because they were just trying to take the fights outside the circle as Sinister, Octus. They were trying to spray on NoChance's Chaos and all those players. But then the team that won, Zeus eSports, they actually did much more commendable work. So let's just have a look at the player behind the game, the player behind the team, the MVP out there in this one, as Kazan from Zeus eSports had 5 kills for the game. That's 50% contribution, as the team had 10.
Yeah, 5 kills coming in, 512 damage, 4 kilometers traveled, and 24 minutes of survival time.
Yeah.
And an amazing performance throughout as well, since even till the end, they had a lot of players alive, and the advantage, as we were talking about in the last fight, it was an advantage to their side, but still they decided to be proactive with it. As I was saying, they can just waste time, force the side of Exodus to die by the Blue Zone. They were like, that's not interesting enough. We need the kills.
We need kills. Exactly. That's one thing that they just thought of it. And the grenades were charging in. Abely was going from one side, just rushing into, to actually pressurize their opponents in the final fights. That was very much needed out there. If you're winning it, just win by the style.
Yeah, if you are winning it with style is definitely what makes it look cool, and is gonna be like a sort of moment of memory in people's mind always. But with that, let's have a look at the top 5 players from this game and see which all are gonna be joining the players from the side of Zeus. And I think, Exodus Kusle on the first position with 6 kills to his name, 806 damage. GoodBoys Casper is gonna be on the second one with 5 kills, 722 damage. Kazan on the third with 5 kills, 512 damage. GoodBoys Scourge is going to be on the fourth with 4 kills, 743 damage. And Team Gravity's Haikasu on the fifth with 3 kills, 620 damage.
So I never thought that Team Gravity will be coming out in this area right now, but then Team Gravity actually has made a really good comeback, if anything, and the way that the team has played, that was more than incredible out there. They were outside the circle, taking over the fights, getting inside the circle, prioritizing the zones and all those things. So the team was doing much better than their previous performances. Obviously, it was not up to the mark, but every start, each and every smaller kill, each and every smaller start, it just counts.
Everything counts, as Ocean said exactly. Every single kill is going to help you secure a better standing in the top 16, because in the end, there can be a point wherein just one extra kill on your side could have actually saved you from elimination and kept you in the fight for the finals. But on the other side, let's have a look at the standings for game number 2 and see how the other teams did, apart from Zeus, because Zeus obviously has the chicken dinner on their side, and it's going to be a 30-point play coming in from the side of Zeus. Exodus on the second, 22 points. GoodBoys on the third with 15 points. Andromeda on the fourth with 14 points. BlackTeamMGL on the fifth with 11 points. Team Gravity on the sixth with 10 points. WMGxCloud on the seventh with 8 points. And DreamxTeam on the eighth with 7 points.
So it's a drop of 23 points overall in first to 8. We'll see how long the drop goes, because obviously the final teams will be getting 1 point each, as the fights were not happening out there. NOChanceTeam on the 9th, LordNepal on the 10th, GoodFellows on the 11th, NoMercy on the 12th, Mysterious on the 13th. So this was one thing. If you remember the earliest of the fights that happened with the players, NoMercy, they started taking some fights. They had good fights, like in those final areas, the rotations and all. MT and SwankyGaming as well. Similar teams were caught off guard in the earliest of the stages. The first blood that just came in before even landing, when the parachute was supposed to be cut off. At that time the fights were happening, so that was more than impressive out when the fights were happening. And these teams out here, I mean, need to step up. And one more team that we still have a thing to look out for is going to be NOChanceTeam with the chicken dinner number that they can just go in or not. But then for that, obviously we'll have to look at the overall standings and all those things, that where they are right now.
Definitely we have to look at the overall standings, but I think after this long NOChanceTeam, they are still going to be on the top. The difference is just too big, and I think it's going to lead like 8 more games for the teams to actually catch up to that. But they don't have 8 more games remaining, because now each and every team that are playing today from Group A and Group B, they just have 6 more left.
Exactly.
But let's have a look at the overall standings and see how is this game going to affect that entire scene over there. As I was saying, NOChanceTeam first position, 230 points. DreamxTeam on the second, 161 points on the second. Zeus eSports on the third with 158 points. Famous on the fourth with 120 points. Exodus, they climb up to the fifth with 112 points to their side. Team Gravity on the 6th with 107 points. BlackTeamMGL on the 7th with 95 points. Pain Gaming on the 8th with 92.
So Team Gravity had a good game in this one. And still they are dropping, because Exodus had that second position finish. That finish is one thing that is just going to lead them to a really good number. And one more good game, they can actually climb up from Famous, as well as there's an 8-point difference. But moving on, WMGxCloud is still sitting out there on the 9th. And Andromeda on the 10th. Mysterious has had a drop in this one. SwankyGaming is still at their position. Imperial and MT both had a drop. GoodBoys. Alright, this team is making its way in the top 16 right now.
Yeah, NoMercy, after that unfortunate performance in that last game, still somehow managed to stay in the top 16, which is quite interesting. But let's move on to the next set of teams. As watch my GP, look at this, 56 points on the 17th position and 56 points on the 16th position. So it is still fairly close. NOChanceTeam sitting on the 54-point mark. They are not going to be playing today. 18th position. Wolf Squad, 19th position, 53 points. GoodFellows on the 20th, 48 points. LordNepal on the 21st, 44 points. Erangel on the 22nd, 36 points. And Vengeance is going to be on the 23rd with 29 points. So this is interesting. Watch My GP is not even playing, and still they are close to NoMercy. NoMercy needs to step up as hard as they can, because tomorrow when these teams come in and when they play, they will definitely steal the spotlight.
They'll steal everything. I mean, the numbers, the kills, each and everything that they can go for their position, because it's gonna matter a lot. Now, 50% of games were done, so that just means the mistakes that you made, the strategies that were not working out, you can just change it out there. And some players actually did, and they are out there in the kill leaders. So let's just have a look at the top 5 kill leaders out in this one for now. As obviously the guy had 1 kill, but still that just takes him to a 40-point mark, 6,800. I would see this guy going to 10,000 or something. And Chocolate on the second with 26. DreamxTeam Senge on the 26th as well. So DreamxTeam and Chocolate and Senge, they can just contest each other, but the damage is where the difference actually comes in. Cases from Zeus eSports is out there, and Sebo as well. So one thing is, top 5 players are in the order of their kills, in the order of their damage as well. That's also in the same order.
Yeah, that is also an interesting situation with these guys. But moving on to the next set of kill leaders, the next 5, I think the difference is not going to be that big. DreamxTeam Prince is going to be on the 6th with 22 kills. Undak on the 7th. Exodus Kusley on the 8th. Famous Mosquito is going to be on the 9th. And Usuku on the 10th position from the team NOChanceTeam.
So no chance out of their 4 players, 3 are dominating in the top 10.
Yeah.
That's a really good thing. Like when each and every player of yours knows the role that they have, that just goes good. I mean, previous game it just fell a bit short. But I think when Miramar will be in the charts, I think it can just go back again because we have seen Godless using Mini 14 in Erangel.
Yeah.
Imagine what he does in Miramar.
Exactly, the map that is made for the snipers, the map that is made for the people who like those long-range battles and those long-range aggressions. But we have seen situations change on Miramar as well if the circle is going to form towards the Lost Leonis or El Pozo sort of situation. Because city fights are also going to be quite interesting. But all that is just speculation, and what is actually going to happen, we will find out when we come back from a short break. So you guys stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. once again, welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split WildCard Regional Semi-Finals, day number 4. It's time for match number 3, which is going to be played on Miramar. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma,
who is doing an SRK pose right now for some reason, but but still, alright, so 2 games have happened right now, and this will be the 3rd game per se, the Miramar game. And the thing about Miramar game is that, you know, there are no unpredictabilities, but the fact is the ridges, the vehicles. You remember, the first time that we casted a Miramar game together, not together or something like that, but South Asia's region. 14 people died by the play zone just at an instance, and that was just something. So you need to pay attention to the game, to each and every surroundings out there, because in a while, ladies and gentlemen, we will be diving right into the game, right into the playing path. And through a little sneak peek, I can just tell you, alright, you just have the whole of the map, no sneak peeks needed. The playing path starts from Mongolia and it goes till Impala, so the biggest city out in all of the Miramar. Like Los Leones, it will be up for the grabs.
Yeah, Los Leones is going to be available. You can glide over towards the San Martin area. El Pozo is going to be available as well. Chumacera, Los Leones, as you said, La Benedita, Impala, Puerto Palacio, and we do usually, not usually, it's quite... it's quite rare that you see.
Look at this way that the plane is being portrayed. I just love the work of observers out there, and they actually do really incredible work in just showing, you know, the plane paths, the things out there, the fights and all. They need to come precise with the locations of where the fights are happening and all those things. So it's a huge shout out to the guys out there that are sitting behind the area to actually so that you can see everything right in front of you. So that's just an incredible thing. Talking about coming back to the fights and all. See, Shumasura, that area has been taken by Andromeda. DreamxTeam is going to Impala or something like that, if I'm not wrong. NoMercy going to Puerto Palacio, and GoodFellows. So there are 3 teams in Los Leones, 2 teams in El Pozo, and San Martin Hacienda has 2 teams for themselves. So it can be a good fight. But Zeus Esports, they are going for an early engagement right now, ladies and gentlemen, on the Mont Nuevo area, as the fights are going to be starting in anytime soon right now. As you can see, Team Gravity versus Zeus Esports. Alright, this thing we have seen, this thing you know, Team Gravity versus Zeus Esports, every time it has happened, Zeus has a score of 4-0 right now. Will it be a 4-1 from Team Gravity this time? We need to see. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we need to see what's going to happen, because as Ocean mentioned, every time these 2 teams come across each other, Zeus Esports just wipe the floor with the players from the side of Team Gravity. And it is quite unfortunate. It is always these early game engagements as well. It's none of those late game fights. And Hakayasu from the rear is going to take a lot of damage as he jumps down from the roof of the house down to the floor, and the shots were fired in direction. He did not lose that much health. He was still sitting at around 70% on his side, but the nade that was cooked from the side of a knock. Now he's looking to spot the players and get some information, or the sound cues of the information as to where the players from the side of TEG are going to rotate and how they want to take this engagement, because information is going to be key in this fight. No heals, no armor, no helmet, just a Thompson.
That's just a Thompson, just the fight in his hands right now. Dark is sitting out there. Sebo is right in front of him, right up next to him. But then the players are going, you can see Abely is out there on the upward area. Case and Dark on the lower area for now. And Killa is on the topmost of the mountain. If they have a good scope or something, obviously they can just take the players down from those areas right now. But I don't think so. Team Gravity will be going in for the fight right now. They have learned their lesson. And if they would like to go for the fights, they would like to, you know, just turn the tables this time, because if it happens, it will be really, really good for the fans out there. And Jabotnik has taken down NRZ from WMGxCloud. Sebo has put up a smoke cloud for himself on the front side so that he can just go from the back end. And Explorer has taken the kill of NRZ. Confirm, makes it safety. He needs to pop up a first aid as well. And look at that, Hakaisu has gone down from this longer range. That was impressive. Kazan wants to take up the fights right now, and Kazan is doing impressive work out for the team.
Yeah, that is impressive work. As Team Gravity, they are going to be at a disadvantage once again, because all the players from the side of Zeus, they are still standing. And could this be a 5-0 score between these 2 teams? And the players from the side of Team Gravity, they were split up as well. It's not the sort of situation they want themselves in, as Sebo is going to try and get out of here and is going to try and avoid this fight for all that he can. Guys, one of the players, Hakayusu, he was finished off as well. Just 3 players left standing, and Killer from this long range, from this high ground for himself. The M4, the hollow sight can he make this work? And I think even if they get away, I think the fight has already been in the favor of Zeus, and we can already make the score of 5-0 now.
Probably the numbers advantage is out there with Zeus Esports, as they have 4 players and TG was left out with 3 right now. One of the players was eaten away by the players of Zeus Esports. The crate was actually dismantled out there. Sis and Sabo on one area. We'll have to see where is the other player from the side of Team Gravity. And this is the area. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Shumasera is in the central location of the circle right now. If not anything, Picardo. No one went Picardo. That's a shocker for me as well. Lost Journeys has a cluster of teams, but still no engagement. No fight has happened out there except for one kill that GoodFellows actually just took in their pockets right now. GoodBoys, on the other hand, have gone to a split drop for Crater Fields and La Cabrera. And El Azhar is empty. All the northern areas are empty. And the circle, as you can see, those blue lines, they are slowly and steadily just coming in. Did you know? Alright, before season 4, this never used to be a blue full circle, blue full thing. It used to be a blue line, just like the white circle. That used to be one of the things that just used to actually come in. But now it's a full circle, and it actually looks much more aesthetic, if anything.
Yeah, it looks more aesthetic, it looks more pleasing to the eyes, but it is deadly to the players in game, so they need to avoid this at all cost. Otherwise, that is going to be a lot of trouble for them. But look at this, LordNepal up against the players from the side of MT, and this is going to be a troublesome situation for them as well, because if you look on the minimap, the other 2 players are on the rear end of this situation, and Comrade and Nikesh, they are going to be in trouble if the players from the side of MT actually come charging in. Nikesh is looking to get out of there, running out in the open, but I think Reed has spotted out the player and is going to go for the follow-up on the corners, just getting the information as to where exactly is Nikesh headed. Comrade is going to use that opportunity as MT were distracted by Nikesh. Comrade is just going to run out in the open and is going to run towards his teammates, and that was just a mind game coming in from the side of LordNepal.
That's totally true out there. So LordNepal, they actually like to play mind games. That's one thing that's just known for them. But MT now, as they have the advantage of all the players being together and all the players they having good scopes and all, they are trying to take all the fights. And LordNepal, they are just moving in with a vehicle. 3 players in and 1 player is still left out on the other areas. He has just crossed this mini mountain, if you will, and we'll be waiting for the players to bring up the vehicle for himself, for the fights and all things to happen. San Martin area obviously being a really good area, but now they have to move inside the circle 200 meters as well. They'll be keeping the circle, if anything, for their opponents, that is empty, to come out in the area for themselves. And Team Gravity, alright, so they lost 1 player, but not all hope is lost. They lost Sakaisu in the fight that they just took from Zeus Esports, but now as they also have a vehicle for themselves, they will be looking really good. Octus has a buggy while the other players have that deserted van for themselves. Seems like a really good thing as they are just going in, just moving in for themselves from areas to areas. All the players, because it's the first circle, and the circle has traveled 60% of its distance right now, they'll just try and you can see on your minimap, yes, the circle has traveled 60% of its distance. So the players, the movements of the players that are outside the circle, they will be taking their movements really seriously right now.
Yeah, they need to take their movements seriously, but talking about things being serious, things are going to be a lot of chaos for the side of SwankyGaming as Leo was dropped down low and he is going to be in trouble, but I think his teammates can come in for the rescue as they are going to be right there behind him, and the Ridge is going to be there for the cover as well. But BlackTeamMGL, are they going to win this one, or is SwankyGaming going to turn things around? Leo, his health was low, does not have the first aids on him, but the bandages are there. No helmet on the lad as well.
Alright, so for now when the fights are not happening, I would like to tell you one really fun fact. The Miramar map is actually a kind of, this Mexican-Spanish themed map out. And there's a specific spot, like in Picardo area, where it says El Pozo es mío in Miramar. El Pozo es mío actually means the chicken is mine.
Oh.
There's a saying out there in Picardo, El Pozo es mío. El Polo es mío, sorry, and it says the chicken is mine. Just imagine a person gets a final kill in that area right in front of that graffiti, and it says the chicken is mine.
Yeah, that I think has to be one of the most cinematic moments, and it is going to be a pretty cool story to tell if that happens someday. But for now, I think we are going to avoid the situation because the circle is not going to be on Picado.
Yeah, obviously that's going to be one of the things that is not happening. So maybe some other day, just imagine no chance comes in and says no chance, the chicken is mine.
Oh,
So many wordplays coming in out there. But there's one more thing that's coming in, the AWM level 300. Alright, this is the emptiest of the airdrops that there can be. No no backpack, nothing. That
Just take it and go. Just take the AWM and go.
It's ruins.
It's not in ruins. But
it's in Hacienda, but it's like a ruined airdrop or something. Totally empty.
Yeah, totally empty. Not totally empty. Even the AWM is pretty much going to be worth it on this map specifically.
Obviously.
Yeah, but the players from the side of NoMercy, they are going to be rotating in towards the play zone. Not that much of a distance to go, almost in towards the circle. But now the trouble is going to be starting as the circle is towards the Mount Nuevo Chumacera area. Valle del Mar is going to be there as well, and teams can actually go to Valle del Mar because there is going to be the river behind them, and they will just fight up in front. So when the next circle forms, they will they can charge it from the southern direction. No one's going to be expecting anyone to be there. So that has to be an interesting strategy, and we have to see if anyone is going to employ that one. But for now, Zeus, they are spread up. They come up against the players from the side of Team Gravity once again, and the engagement has already started. As Octus, he's going to be dropped. He's going to be Circassian is trying to make the DMR with the 2x work, but the distance was just too much, and he wasn't accurate enough.
All right, and so now CSE Sports. See, this is one of the teams that we like to, and we love to see them having the chicken dinners and all for themselves. Obviously, the previous game was a really good one for them, the numbers advantage and all those things, and now they have started up the fights. Only 2 players have been eliminated right now, and one of the kills is out here with Kaysen from CSE Sports. Black, on the other hand, just moving in with the bike. And 2 buggies for themselves. Alright, coming back to buggies. Do you know, actually, there's an official buggy song in the game. It's not in the game, but there is an official buggy song that was made to pay tribute to PUBG Mobile. There is an official full-fledged buggy song.
Are there any remixes of that?
I don't know, but the lines are: always drive the buggy when it's surrounded by the enemy, getting shots after shots, turn back on them and just That's, I don't know what we are doing right now. We are actually doing something. We'll speak about this once again in the next casting, I'm telling you.
Yeah, we'll talk about this later on as well. And so this is, I guess this is a small segment called Ocean's Fun Facts.
Yeah, Firefly, just like wrestling has a Firefly fun house, and with Bray Wyatt, it's my fun fact segment. I don't know, but still people will be hating me after by all these things. They'll be like, we need guns. Who wants this?
Yeah. So, but talking about the teams and how they are planning to rotate, most of the teams have come in from the edge of the circle and are now in towards the Chumacera area as well. And the second airdrop with it is going to be bringing the Groza, the extended quick draw mag, the level 3 armor, helmet, and the backpack. But look at this, as the team of BlackTeamMGL, they come in. WMGxCloud is going to catch him off guard. The car is going to crash. Manda is going to be the bad decision, and he's going to be knocked down. That was just unlucky. Oh boy.
That was more than lucky out there. And look at this, the fist fight coming in, the player will be taken down. That is one thing that just happened. Look at the circle shift towards right hand side. So Ladriela's mountain will be a crucial one in this one right now. Look at Mondo's just movement. He's just trying to take all the loot for himself as soon as he can. And CSE Sports, with all those 4 players still surviving, are just trying to get inside the circle right now. Are still outside the circle, still trying to move in as soon as they can. And players from CSE Sports are still taking the fight. Kaysen is the one who is going for the fights right now. They are going to be coming in the Ladriela's area anytime soon right now. Doug has a car 98. Let's see what scope does he has. I think it's going to be a 4 times or something. And 3 times on his AK trying to take out the players from empty. The shots are actually with a really good accuracy, but the ridges are the things that are just going to just change everything for this guy right now. Otherwise, there were some incredible shots out with this guy, and 3 times actually is this competitive. And then Mondo, he was trying to spray on the players, was trying to fizz the players first, but now he was turning for the sprays, and he missed some one player can actually go down, but so far NoMercy will make it to the safer area, and so does WMGxCloud has to go into the safer area because they are outside the circle. 1200 meters. Exodus' Andy goes down as Team Gravity's Octus actually takes a fight.
Yeah, that is just going to be unfortunate as Exodus. They are going to lose players. 2 players have been knocked down as Team Gravity Cebu just went ham with that Scar in his hand. But now the finishes need to come in as well, as confirming kills is going to put you at an advantage. And Exodus, they already lost 1 player already as Annie was taken down earlier on in this game, and just Goosley is the only man left standing. And as we know about Exodus, this team, they are in a lot of trouble when all the 4 players are not in there at the same time. With just 1 player, Exodus, they are pretty easy to finish off, and finishing off 1 guy is actually pretty easy in the game. But on the other side, let's talk about this. Andromeda in that van are looking to escape.
Has been taken down. Mr. Shadow still trying to make it up to a good area, and he has players on the other side of the road. As you could just see, M24 coming into the equation. AM Junior has been taken down. MT versus Dream Team. Senki is moving forward. Reed as well. The players are going to spot each other. Ridge, a smaller ridge, is separating them both. Level 3 helmet has been taken down for Reed right now. A grenade has been pulled off. The pin has been pulled off for the low toss. A high toss, that's one that they are just trying to go for. If the grenade just goes to the right direction, it can do the damage. It is right on that area. Senki, the no damage will be done. Now it's time for his grenade to come in. Sinister goes down by his own vehicle as the circle is moving in. Reed, the grenade was fairly close to him. Sabo as well from their own vehicle. So 2 players from TG have gone down by their own vehicle, and I think Sabo has been taken down as... What just happened? Plays those beats up all the players from Team Gravity, and that was bad. But look at that. Now a grenade is coming in. This grenade can change everything. Just like I say, 1 grenade to rule them all as the grenades are going in. 1 grenade does not do the damage. 2nd grenade actually does a lot of damage out there to the players on the side of MT. The 3rd grenade, Bugatti, is on low HP right now. The players are moving. Kazan from these 4 takes on 1 player. Kazan is actually on a grenadier streak right now. Reed has been finished, and Dream Team Senki moving forward. Spotting the player. Spot 1 more. Bugatti has spot. 1 more shot can take him down, but misses all the shots right now. Senki is moving in. Finn giving up the cover fire right now. The fire cover fire that is needed for the players to be at the safer location. Bugatti needs to come back as soon as he can, as Kanik has reached to a safer area.
Yeah, Bugatti needs to fall back with his teammates and get to that compound, as you said, as fast as he could. Finn needs to do the same, but on the other side, look at this, NOChanceTeam up against the players from the side of GoodBoys. WMGxCloud taking an exit on the 14th position, and the Molotov being thrown by Kinos is going to force the players to fall back, and that was a really good decision, buying some distance for himself, but coming back to this entire situation, Dream Team Prince. Now, I think the players from the other team, the players from MT, they have actually cornered themselves, but no chance. One of the players, Chaos, is going to be taken down. Godless, with the Mini 14 in his hand, is looking to provide some of the cover and is looking to stop the players from the side of GoodBoys to actually charge in. And I was saying, MT, they have cornered themselves, maybe because No Chance is right behind them. The good thing is No Chance are right now busy fighting GoodBoys, but as soon as they are done, they are going to fall back and they are going to come in on this fight. But Dream Team, they get in close, they get in personal. Mystic with that nade is not going to hit the mark, but the other nade from Kanik is going to get the knock on Mystic, and that is just going to be unfortunate and put Dream Team in a bad situation. But Sengi, he's going to look to spot the players from the close corners of the window, and I don't think that's going to happen. But Bugatti coming in front flank can wipe out a lot of players from the side of Dream Team and can force them to be in a bad situation. But on the other side, BlackTeamMGL, they're going to take an exit as the players are being traded out from both the team, GoodBoys and NOChanceTeam. But this is going to be interesting as the flank from Bugatti did not work out at all. He traded out some damage. He was dropped down low, and now he is going to be isolated and separated from his team.
As of now, that's something that they'll be looking out for not to happen. Something like that. Sengi moving in. Finn was so close, but the grenade does the damage on the other side. Finn will be taken out as well. As was doing the damage. Sengi has been taken down right out here as Kanik was going for it, but the guy, the myth, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Godless is out in this equation right now. Spots on 1 player has taken him down. So we'll have to see if No Chance. This is the chance. His skill as Dream Team Sengi has been finished out there. MT still surviving with two players. Taking the TPP. Finn is popping up the first hit right now. The players are on low HP. Look at this. Kanik surviving on that magic pixel for himself. And Finn is also out there taking up the TPP and taking up the shots and fight in his hands. Mystic, can they throw a grenade? As Mystic is also the lone survivor. The other player needs a revive, and I think they'll be sitting out taking a revive. That will be a bad decision as Mystic will be taken down. And that is going to be the end of Dream Team. Something that nobody actually wanted out in this one, but Dream Team marks their exit.
Yeah, Dream Team is going to take an exit as MT. They come out on top in that situation, but at what cost? MT have lost a lot of players and just down to 2 players, 3 kills being confirmed from that fight. But Zeus, they are going to catch the players from the side of SwankyGaming off guard, and Kazin is going to get a finish on Kumagia and just securing another kill for his entire team. Earlier on, Ably was the only man that's finished. Zeus is still standing strong with 3 players in the game. And on the other hand, another team that everyone is going to be watching out for, it's going to be NOChanceTeam. They have lost 1 player, but 3 players still standing strong in this one. And the nade being thrown is going to put Mysterious Zaku in a bad situation, but it misses its mark, and Zaku is going to be pretty happy about this. Smoke has been popped out, and he can fight around that one, but it is going to be a 2 versus 1 situation. Can he come out on top on the other side? LordNepal are going to be forced to take an exit, as Godless is going to go on a domination, and Undak from the side of Zeus is going to get a finish or a knock on one of the players from the side of NoMercy, but the shots actually connect, and Mysterious, they are going to be taking an exit from the game as well as Zeus. They are fighting in 2 different directions.
From the side of Mysterious, he's going to be finished up, and now all the players are going to come in and collapse on this team of NoMercy.
That was something out there that's happened. I mean, NoMercy will be in a bad spot after this one as the players will be collapsing. Just like Fiji coming out in the direction out there, and that obviously, no one wants that out in this one, and no one will be wanting this kind of fight that should be happening with an AM Junior on the other hand, Andromeda, a team that wants that comeback game, that one, the mini comeback game that should happen to them, and I think this can just happen at the barely right time for them. GoodBoys Shark has taken some of the damage out there, but still surviving, still taking up the fights that they actually won out in this one. Killa from eSport takes on GoodBoys. Casper, that's the fight not still at the equation as of what we want from them, but still they are just trying to go for it all over. As GoodBoys Shark has also gone down, fallen down still out in this one. 18 surviving, 21 players alive. We will have to see what happens out in all those fights. Empty Finn marks an exit, so does Karnik, and that will be the end of Empty out in this one.
Yeah, that's just going to be Empty taking an exit. 2 players surviving. They will be finished off, but can the other teams come up and step up to the challenge in this one, since the 2 of the strongest teams are down in the player numbers? But on the other side, GoodBoys Casper did take some damage, but the M24 actually disturbed a lot, so he actually managed to get a knock on his opponent, but not for anything. He needs to confirm the kills as well, but Andromeda Jr. is going to knock down one of the players from the side of GoodFellows, and they are out of the open, so they need to be careful as well. Zeus fighting from the low ground, up on the high ground, and Kazin from behind. NOChanceTeam is going to collapse in on them. That's going to be so much trouble, as I think the kill can be confirmed at any given moment. NoMercy is going to be in trouble as well, as kill went down. Just 1 man left standing. Down to the top 7 teams. 18 people still alive. And NOChance is leading the charge over there with 3 people in this game. SwankyGaming is going to take an exit, and we are down to the 6 teams, 17 people. And as I was saying, NOChance, they have all 3 players alive. They have 4 kills for themselves. Zeus, 1 guy was knocked down, but they have the most kills so far. The number is 8.
So far, 8 kills for this team. 1 player needs a revive. If he gets revived, obviously they'll be stepping up for the fights once again. Can they go for a back-to-back for themselves as well? Or will this be NOChanceTeam's game? Because this team actually goes for it. Ragnar with a grenade out there. If the grenade does the damage, it can do a lot for the team. GoodFellows on the other side is trying to spot that one opening that the game. GoodFellows takes on AM Junior. GMX has been taken on by the AM Ragnar. GoodFellows mark their exit right now. 5 teams surviving. 15 players surviving right now. Will it be a survival on the fittest? Yes or no? That's the question. Then the players are still outside the circle. Junior will be taken down by the circle. Circle's damage out there, and Ragnar will also be finished. So it's just Nami surviving it for the team. So that just puts 1 player from that team just surviving, just staying out there for the fights to happen, for the fights to commence right now. Nami is still trying to swat the players, but should not actually make a movement right now. Kazin from eSport has been taken out by Choconut, who obviously will be looking really good for a fight. GoodBoys Casper on the other side, trying to spot all those strikes that they want, and NoMercy is still surviving with 2 players out there on inside edge of the circle.
Yeah, but the forecast, look at this. GoodBoys and NOChanceTeam, they have the equal probability of winning, but Godless is going to increase the odds in his favor, as NoMercy kill is going to be taken down, and Killer from Zeus is going to go in on a finish, and the kill was stolen The kill was stolen. That was a suicide kill coming in, but the Molotov is going to finish another one. But killer from Zeus, he is going to get domination going for himself. Has the Groza in his hands right now. And Casper from GoodBoys is going to finish off with one guy left standing, and can he clutch out the situation as Usuku is going to try and connect with that M4 spray. And Zeus eSports take an exit as Killer is going to be finished off. Just one lad standing from the side of GoodBoys is going to make sure that his team is still surviving. His team is still fighting in this one. 3 versus 1 situation down to the top 3 teams. 5 people in this game alive. And look at this forecast. 60% chance of NOChanceTeam getting the chicken dinner. And I think they are definitely going to be coming back in this one.
Imagine if they have 6 chicken dinners. No team has been to that mark right now. For now, will this be the first team to have 6 chicken dinners in their hands right now? GoodBoys are moving in forward right now out here. Is just solo surviving. Can he clutch a 1v3? Can NoMercy's player clutch a 1v3? No, they can't. That was the answer. And it will be just a matter of time if this happens, because it's just one less surviving. Still get spotted, and 6 chicken dinners for NOChanceTeam. How do you beat that? I have no clue.
6 chicken dinners, the kill coming in from just 2 guys. 11 kills for this team once again. Number 11 is going to be there, but an amazing performance in fact, and it was those final shoulder shots that ended it.
Godless gets 47 kills with this one.
Yes, he's going to be hitting the 50 kill mark.
One more game for today. Will he get a 50 kill mark?
He just needs 3. So I think his teammates are going to help him out a little bit.
What are these guys playing? What is this game? Is this like a classic match that is going on? I mean, this match is classy in itself.
Yeah.
But I don't know. They are playing it with so ease right now. That's just more than incredible. Let's just have a look at the MVP of issue. So let's just have a look at Godless stats or something out there, because that guy is going to be out there. Obviously 7 kills, 857 damage, 7.79 distance covered, and 24 dot. So first game he had 26 dot survival time, now he has 24 dot. So it's just more than interesting to watch this person play, because I mean, whenever he does, it's I don't know how, why, how, I don't know.
Yeah, an amazing consistency coming in from this team and this player specifically from this amazing team. Because they have, as I was saying, they have been pretty consistent with their performances, not after the first day, but from the second day onwards. And that could be the reason that first day they were just experimenting and trying to figure out what they were going to do and how the other teams are going to play. And from the second day onwards, from the second day they played, they have just been on fire, getting those chicken dinners, getting those good finishes and those kills as well. And I think now we have been seeing this for a while now, that they are going to be secure, so let's just stop talking about them.
Yeah, exactly. So now we'll be looking forward for the top 5 players. I mean, who was starting where when he compared to Godless, obviously. That's one of the things. So ZZ Sports' killer had 4 kills, 964 damage. Choconut on third with 4 kills, 613. Kane from MT was also out there in this equation, trying to take all the fights that they could. On Dark as well. 7-4-4-4-3 for the players out there. So ZZ Sports had 2, No Chance had 2, and MT had one of their players out in this one. So that was a really, really good thing. And the players were going for all the fights that they could take. They were given the fights, and obviously we talked about it. If it's Miramar, it's going to be Mini 14, it's going to be Godless, and that guy uses Mini 14 like anything.
Yeah, the DMRs did come in. Another interesting killer from Zeus, he had the Groza in his hand, was in a 1 versus 3 situation, knocked down 2. He had the health advantage in a 1v1 as well, but health still sort of fell apart in that one, and that resulted in the squad of GoodBoys finishing second. But let's have a look at the standings for this game and see how many points did the other teams get for themselves. And is anyone going to come close? No, no one is going to be close, as the second position is going to be sitting at 19 points in total, and the first is sitting at a 31.
That's just impressive from the guys.
There. And our After that was eSports on the 3rd, Andromeda on the 4th, NoMercy on the 5th, GoodFellows on the 6th, Empty on the 7th, and Mysterious was out there on the 8th position for themselves. 3 placement points and 4 kill points. SwankyGaming on the 9th, DreamxTeam on the 10th. So DreamxTeam's elimination was a shocker for me. Team Gravities as well, as both of them were fighting in a good spot. BlackTeamMGL, WMGxCloud, LordNepal, and this time, Exodus was a lot of shocker for me.
Exodus being the first team to be taken out, I think I agree with you. That was a shocker after the amazing performance they had in the last game. But this was just one game. We still have the last map remaining, which is going to be played on Erangel, and anything can happen over there. It could be just like the first game, as NOChanceTeam, we could see them step up again.
Probably that can happen out for the players as well, for the teams and all the things out there. We'll have to see what happens. But then before going to the last game, we'll be watching the overall standings and all those scenarios, and obviously the kill leaders and all those things. I want to see where Godless actually goes and where the team goes, because that 6 chicken dinner mark. Oh my god, that's just goosebumps nostalgia for me, to be honest. So I would like to see where it is and what's the difference on the first and the second team, because we know it's going to be a lot. How many kill points does the first team has, and what's it going to take for the other teams to just topple that, and if they will, because they still be having 5 games for themselves. No chance. How long can they go? Can they just because for now it will be 6 chicken dinners, and they'll have 5 more. Can they just hit the 10 chicken dinner mark, or how long can they just go? It's going to be those little details that's going to just keep that goose bumping, that crowd just coming, and those fights happening, and I don't know. So let's just have a look at the overall standings, ladies and gentlemen. Let's just see where the teams are.
Yeah, and it's going to be starting out with NOChance, obviously being on the first position, 261 points. Zeus eSports on the second position with 175 points.
Just look at one thing, 99 total kills, and second team has 97 placement points. They have kills more than the other team's placement points.
Yeah, that is just incredible. And but okay, I want to talk about this. So you know about the curse that goes on, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying anything now.
Yeah, okay, so the thing that happens is a team that performs really good in one stage sort of falls apart in the next stage. We have seen that everywhere. We have been watching 4 different regions at the same time, and it has been consistent throughout. So NOChanceTeam need to be careful going into the finals, and I hope this is the same level of performance that they put up in there. But for now, it's going to be DreamxTeam on the 3rd, Famous on the 4th, Exodus on the 5th, Team Gravity on the 6th, BlackTeamMGL on the 7th, and Pain Gaming on the 8th.
Yeah, as of now, these were the top 8 lists, and only the 2nd and 3rd have switched places in this one. GoodBoys is out there on the 9th. They have had a bit of a jump out in this one. Andromeda on the 10th, WMGxCloud on the 11th, Mysterious on the 12th. So all the teams except from Imperial GG have had 11 games for themselves. WMGxCloud, Mysterious, SwankyGaming, Empty, NoMercy. They have had 11 games, 1 more game left for themselves for today. But Imperial GG, they'll be coming back tomorrow. And Imperial has had a really good qualifiers, and now they are at 16. No doubt the number will be increasing, because you see the difference out there. But if we move on forward for 17, they are on 57. If GoodFellows have an 11-point game, Imperial just might be out for today only.
Yeah, just for today, because the teams that are right there underneath them, they still have games remaining. GoodFellows on the 17th, Watch My GP on the 18th, NOChance on the 19th, Wolf Squad on the 28th, LordNepal on the 21st, Erangel on the 22nd, Vengeance is going to be on the last 23rd position. So, once again, these teams have games remaining, but once they come back in tomorrow, their performance needs to be on a whole different level than it has been so far. Because if they miss out on a single kill, that could result in them not making it into the finals.
Exactly, that can just really be one of the things, and all those things that after this. So for now, even the team that is not playing, if they are on that 17 to 24, they still need to charge back. They need to watch their opponent's gameplays, because these are the players these are the teams that they'll be playing against, and they should learn what brings your opponents down and use it against them. Because, see, before fighting, you won't be knowing who your opponent is. But once the kill feed actually shows you the name, while you are being knocked or you're knocking the others, you know when to rush in or if to stay passive. Supposedly now, if there's NOChanceTeam just fighting with someone, you kind of need to, just stay passive. And I'm saying this because we'll be looking to the kill leaders, and then you'll just understand why I am saying this. Because 47, that number, 7,674, like, And look at the survival time also for this guy. It's 22 minutes and almost 40 seconds. That's a lot. And Choconet is out there on the second with 17 kills different from the same team. Let's just look at the other players, like 26 kills for KS and DreamxTeam Sengi 26 and Sabo 25. So the difference of first and fifth in itself is like kind of double. So that's just a lot. 25 to 47, like not 50.
Yeah.
Obviously he'll get there eventually.
He'll get there. He still has one more game to go and just 3 kills. And I was saying his teammates can actually help him out in that. But is that gonna happen? Is Godless gonna hit the 50 kill mark, or are just we gonna be stuck at 49 or 48 or something? We'll find out when we go into the next game, which is gonna happen after a short break. Till then, you guys just stay tuned and keep watching. We'll be right back. everyone, and once again, welcome back to PMCO 2020 Spring Split WildCard Regional Semi-Finals, day number 4, and it's going to be time for match number 4 as well, as we are about to jump into the last game that's going to be played on Erangel. My name is Varun Super Johnny John, being joined on the desk by Ocean Sharma, and one thing that we are going to be keeping an eye out for, it's going to be if Godless is going to hit that 50 kill mark today.
That's gonna be like a lot of kills, if anything. Like all over, sometimes teams have that much kills.
Yeah.
And this guy alone is gonna be hitting 50 kills mark. Like the difference on first, second, and third teams. After that, there's the fourth team or fifth team that has overall 50 kills.
Yeah.
And then there's this one guy who is sitting out there and like, oh, what's next for me?
Yo, what's next? I think it's going to be hitting, trying to hit the 100 kill mark maybe?
But 4 games, it's gonna be a difficult
Yeah,
one.
it is definitely going to be a difficult task. I mean, that's like what, averaging 25 kills every single game?
No,
With
that's-
4 games remaining.
Yeah, if you want to go 100 kills in 4 games, then no. But then yes, otherwise it's going to be 12.5 if you want to go for total 100. That's going to be one of the things. You said,
I said 25 kills in every game.
that means 150 total kills.
No, 4 games.
Your maths is weak. That means 4 games, 100. I'll tell it to you later, boy. Your maths is so weak right now. Trust me. That actually means 50 kills for now. And that will mean 150 kills.
Yeah, I was just talking about 100 kills.
Let's just go for the game right now. Let's just leave it all behind. As the playing path, it's kind of similar to the previous game, previous Erangel. It goes in from the back end of Gatka and Query to the Milta Power. That means no Repnoid military base will be up for the grabs. Pochinki, Gatka, Shelter, Prison, Milta, those areas will be out there. Georgopol and Rozok will be a bit difficult, but then players who want to go there will be going there. Yasna as well. And northern area, like where NoMercy likes to go to that Severny area, I don't think so that that can be a thing right now.
Yeah, that cannot be a thing right now, but we still have to see how the teams are going to rotate. As look at this, it is Andromeda, Exodus, and squad number 11 already heading towards the Georgopol sort of a situation for themselves. Empty, they are also taking an exit and looking to head towards the farm situation. And one of the players, Bugatti, is separating up from his team, so a lot of off drops coming in. TG, they have split up, as well as Octus is landing close to on the northern side of Query, and his entire team has gone towards Primos. And let's just hope that the players don't have like a brain lag just like me a couple of minutes ago. Otherwise they are going to be in so much trouble.
Probably,
if you miscalculate your damage or the distance or the time.
We will have to see like what happens out in this one. So it's going to be one of the things that just, you know, the teams will go for in all those scenarios. But for now, you can see the circle, ladies and gentlemen. The circle is out there on your screens, as the circle is trying to go to the area, like the central area will be the Milta one. So the players out there, like Milta Farm, these areas, the players will be sitting out there for a long time. Exodus on the screens. So they are going to be going to a good area for now for the fights and all. But then we'll have to see if the fights, you know, just come to them, because they are 1700 meters away from the circle. That means they're on the one end of the Georgopol-ish area, Georgia Hospital, the area in the mid. And look at this, Zia's Esports is right in front of Mysterious, and Mysterious players are on low HP right now because the damages were done to Zaku and TLG as well. So 2 players have had some amount of damage for themselves, and Zia's Esports, I mean, can this be the first squad wipe out here by Zeus? Because Zeus, we know that they have that the spirit of fight in them.
Yeah, they have the spirit on fight in them, and unlike the last Erangel, so usually they are contested on these containers, but in the last game, they were given open reign of the location for themselves, and this time, once again, the contest is going to be coming in from the side of Mysterious, but it is going to be a tricky situation, as look at this, Shadow, no heals, no armor, no helmet, still going for the peaks up on the containers. It can be quite risky for him. Has a Scarlet in his hand. His teammates are there if he gets knocked down, so the revive is going to come in as well. But still, that is going to be a huge risk for him, because even after the revive, he won't be able to come back to 100% health. And one player from the side, in fact, 2 players from the side of Mysterious have already taken a lot of damage. 3 players, all of them are quite low. And I think Zeus, they are going to go for the charge in, and they will like to get these early kills for themselves. You do not want to contest this team on containers, on the Georgopol containers, otherwise you are going to be punished. And I'm sorry, it is going to be in the Novo area.
Yeah, it's the no rep noise containers out there, and
Georgopol is
On some different tangent right now, my friend.
Yeah.
Actually, but for now,
ping right now. Can't even see anything.
300 ping means low IQ. That's coming out. Like high ping means low IQ gameplay. Or something.
Yeah.
Well, come back to the fight, ladies and gentlemen. Mysterious is still out there with all those 4 players. And see, no doubt the health is low, but some of the players, but it's still not low. They can still take the fights, and maybe they can just clutch out the fight. So then Shadow is going to one direction, but then Ably and Kazan are also coming in, charging in from that direction. Killa and Undak in the mid area.
Yeah.
They can take fight with Sotko, but all the other players of Mysterious are going for a rightward rotation. Can be a good thing. Can just backstab them. As you can see, Zaku is still out there trying to find those heals or the crucial things out there. But for now, no fight is happening anywhere.
Okay, look at this. This is what I find really interesting on this side, and I know I'm not lagging this time. Octus from Team Gravity on the northern side of Query, he can be surrounded by the players from the side of Black because they are moving in that direction as well. They will have to take the edge rotation of the island in towards the circle, which is the safer area. Because if they go